Continue.
So we are in a tower at the entrance. I'm pinging it on the map for you just now. You've come to the deserted priesthood. So Gary's character, Lazard, he went to see Gerhardt, who is in Ashton, and he had a book with celestial writing. And this is where he found it. So you've gone on a journey for 9 whole days to get here. And the town is completely deserted. You decided to hold up in here overnight just in case. Do you want to start at that night time, or do you want to start in the morning?
You start in the morning, unless anything happened interesting in the night.
You can roll it for me if you want.
What do you want rolled?
Just a d20.
10.
You're fine.
Okay.
So you are waking up in the morning. The portcullis here is still down. Nothing seems to have moved. You seem nice and chill. What would you like to do?
Well, it's Lazard's quest, so whatever he wants to do, I'll just deal with tactics and scouting.
We've not properly explored the entire village or area yet, have we? We've just kind of got here and just set up camp, didn't we?
Yeah,
you arrived quite late.
So I think we should just explore the actual ruins and then go to the center at the end, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, so I'll do like a sweep around and then in.
Yeah. Best thing to do for.
Cool. So I'll pack up my gear, give Pooch a little treat, and then get ready to rock and or roll.
Does anyone else want to do anything before you leave?
I just want to wake up and stretch and be like, how lovely it is to be alive and not dead or in a cult.
Well, you are in a cult.
Yeah, it's a little bit culty.
You know what? I choose not to see it. I just choose to play my dulcimer.
Fair enough.
You do you.
It's a way of coping, I guess. We've got no Bruce today. Are you bringing him with you, or?
No, we'll
Not for this bit. We'll take him into the actual cathedral, I think,
Okay.
just in case. But
I'd pop him on the roof or something for lookout.
yeah, get him here when we leave. Get him to shut the portcullis, and then not open it for anyone who's not us.
Do you want a secret password?
No.
Oh, okay. So the password isn't Stevie's dead.
No.
Okay.
That's just common knowledge at this point.
Fuck it. If I am a spirit, I'm a sexy ass spirit, so it's fine.
It depends on your definition of the word sexy. A weird butch orc with a mullet isn't my type, but I'm sure there's someone out there who it is.
What do you mean out there? I'm in the voice call.
I worry about you.
especially considering who she is actually dating.
Well, I do have a goatee, so...
You've never wanted to be bench pressed by someone, and I just think that that's an ultimate power move, and it makes me a little bit flushed. So...
Well, that's this video demonetized.
like it would ever be monetized in the first way. I'm going to use your token, Lazard, because it is your quest, but we'll assume that everyone in the party is under your token, because zooming the map in and changing the squares made Roll20 not happy.
Okay, so we'll just kind of do a sweep clockwise.
Yeah.
Are we doing like building to building clearance or just sort of a patrol around the streets?
Are there any kind of buildings of note? You say that's an inn or something, isn't it?
Which one? Can you ping it again?
That one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a tavern inn, so that would be where like travelers and people like that would stay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I said that everything kind of outside of the walls is kind of farming and stuff like that, and
Yep.
agriculture. So all these little buildings just very far in the corners and things like that, they're little outhouses almost for the farming.
Okay.
And
Sorry, go on.
the little buildings within the walls, so these ones that are just kind of by themselves, they're little lookout places almost. So they're
Yeah.
where the guards would be on watch.
And most of the buildings are destroyed or in some way, aren't they?
Yeah, almost completely destroyed. I chose this map so that every building that's ever so slightly yellow instead of brown, those are the ones that are intact, but all of the brown ones are pretty much completely caved in.
Okay. So first port of call, I suggest would be go to the inn to have a look around.
Yep. Let me see if I've got a picture for that. I do not. Lovely. So are you entering in any specific way?
I mean, is there any sort of signs of life from the outside?
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be any noise or movement that you can hear unless you want to do further investigation. This building seems pretty downtrodden. You can see that this entrance or exit here, this kind of outcropping, that's collapsed, but the rest of it seems okay. It's a 2-story building as well.
Okay, look, I mean, I'll probably be a little bit stealthy about it.
Okay. Do you want to roll me stealth?
Yep, let me find me character sheet. 26.
That's
You
a
are
natural 20.
a ghost on the wind. You do not exist.
I believe I've become John Cena.
As you enter the building, you'd see that there's corpses on the ground. They seem to be, because it's an inn, you would assume that all of the varying races, all the different almost classes that you can see. So there's like the lower class, upper class, there's kind of everyone piled in onto the floor, and they're all dead. You will also
Sanity check?
no, you're probably okay. I mean, you're running a criminal organization with goblins, so
So is it like execution style or like natural causes style or
they look like they've all been attacked. From what you can see, it's all melee weapons, so they've been either like hit over the head or they've been stabbed and things like that. But you do notice that there's quite a lot more in here than you would expect. So like almost the entire floor is covered in the corpses. There's corpses on the tables. The barmaid is behind the bar on top of some other corpses, still with a tanker in her hand. Like, it looks like they collected a load of the corpses from the rest of the village and dumped them all in here.
And are they like super duper long dead, like skeletons, or are like gathering moss turning to ash, or are they like still a bit meaty and rancid?
They're still rancid. You would be able to smell it.
able to what?
You can kind of see that in a corner of the room. So you've got, as you walk in, the bar is kind of in front of you, and then to the right of the bar there's the stairs to the upstairs and rooms to the back from there. But around all of the tables and stuff, on the corner to the left of the bar, that seems to be quite a damp spot, and you can already see mushrooms and things growing out of the corpses.
Fucking hell, that sounds rough.
Nasty way to go.
Mm.
I'm going to look over them and see if any of the corpses have anything to do with magic. You know, so like if there are any wizards or sorcerers, etc., amongst the dead.
Oh yeah, I think I can do detect magic things. It's been so long since I played as Stevie.
Let me have a wee look. Would you like to roll either magic or investigation, or whichever one you have the best in?
Magic.
Arcana.
Arcana. That's the
Oh,
one I meant.
Arcana.
I mean, you could just take the time to ritual cast detect magic, and that'll show you anything in 30 feet that's magical.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there.
You've rolled an 8, apparently.
On my screen it showed the random dice. Said something.
You can definitely see, based on some of the robes and things in here, that there's at least some of these people practiced magic. There seems to be a pile of people of different races that are all wearing the same type of hooded cloak. So it's a kind of darkish, navyish purple with gold lining around it. And it seems to have the symbol of Torm,
Okay.
albeit covered in blood, on the back of the robe.
Okay.
Do these robes look expensive and warm and cool?
Yes, if they weren't tattered, growing with moles, and
Damn
have
it.
sword holes in them.
Damn
would
it.
suit you.
If there was an intact one, I would have looted it because
100% llama wool.
uh, no, I'll leave. I'll leave him. So yeah, I've got identify. So I reach out and touch one of the cloaks.
Okay, do you want to... I don't know whether that... If you click on it, it casts it. Let me just read it a second.
Give me a.
Okay, so the cloak, as you touch it, you would be able to tell that it has some kind of protection magic on it against other types of magic.
Yeah, it seems these cloaks have a sort of protection spell. Obviously, I sort of pick them up and sort of see all the sword holes in said cloak. Be like, I'm against other magic, but not swordy, stabby things. Oof.
What else you can discern from it as well is this type of protection spell seems to specifically ward off magic attacks that come from specifically people who are against or follow a god, pardon me, that is against the workings of Torm.
Oh, so this is racist magic.
I'll go over to Stevie. Could you maybe put this up on the wall or something? I'm going to test something.
Sure, I guess. I take I kind of extract with the very tips of my fingers this cloak, and I sort of pin it to the wall with my dagger.
Okay.
The smell is rancid, and I am not happy, but I do it anyway because I'm alive and not dying.
And I appreciate it. And I cast a firebolt on it. See if it'll do anything.
Yep, because it's stationary, then there's no roll to hit. It does no damage to the cloak.
At all. It doesn't even singe it or anything.
Nope. It seems to kind of be absorbed, almost. So from what you can discern, any magic that does not come from a root of Torm will not affect these garments.
Kind of want one now. Do you have any
I mean,
sort of
no,
mending
it's-
magic or anything?
No.
I don't know if it's on wizard list, but
Oh no, there is mending magic and stuff. I just don't have any of the spells. I don't actually.
because can't you just reslot your spells overnight kind of thing?
I can, as in I don't actually. But my Lizard doesn't actually know the spell.
Oh, okay. I thought it was you know all the wizard spells and can just chop and change.
No. That's a different race.
Oh, could
You know all the cantrips, don't you?
I don't know all the. Well, I can cast any cantrip. Yes.
That's true. You can. You've got that magic cat, haven't you?
Yeah, because I used a piece of the fabric of the book. Let me have a look. Actually, I'll bring up a list of cantrips.
Yeah, because if there's a mending cantrip or even prestidigitation, I think can clean it. We could clean a couple and throw them on,
Mm-hmm.
and just not tell Damascus. No, we'll get one for him as well, obviously.
The only one is mending, which repairs a single break or tear in an object. A torn cloak. So I could repair it, but you'd still have to clean it.
That's fine. We can clean it by hand.
There is running water in this village.
Okay, so I've got to make So to do this, I've got to make an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Let's hope I don't roll a 2 like last time. 10. It's a DC 10. So
Yep, you've managed to repair the stab hole in this specific cloak.
it's mended.
Fair enough.
So it's yours if you want it, or Stevie.
Do these cloaks have to be like, so if the wearer like just has it on their person, as in like say I wore it as, I don't know, does it have to be covering the person's body entirely to be effective, or is it only the bit that the cloak covers that's protected, if you know what I mean?
It's just the cloak that's protected, so whatever the cloak covers would thus protect you.
Oh god, this is going to mess up my outfit. I take it anyway.
It still smells. I didn't mend that bit.
Yeah, I gathered that. I sort of gently bunch it up, trying not to let any more of the disgusting fungi spores poof anywhere else, and ever so gently pop it in my backpack to be washed.
Nice.
I mean, so yeah, elephant in the room. What the heck do you think happened here, guys?
I mean, I'm going to go with some folk got stabbed. Possibly to death.
Uh,
Perhaps.
the people wearing the cloak, Are they separate from the rest?
They seem to be in one area of the rim. There's a couple odd ones mixed in, but pretty much, yeah.
Do they have any weapons?
No.
That's one theory.
Sounds like a slaughter.
Yes, but it's more a case of who did the slaughtering.
Religious people who don't like their god, probably. I don't know.
Potentially.
I mean, considering there was no damage to the gates, or the gatehouses, or the walls that we've seen, probably someone who just strolled in and then stabby stabby dead.
Or they came from within.
Either or.
I'm going to have a quick look upstairs.
Okie doke. As you go upstairs, you'd see a room that's still open. The first door on the left. From what you can tell when you enter, it's the owner's kind of place where they would live, but they are not doing so well, will they?
Okay.
Because they're downstairs and dead behind the bar.
Okay. Is that? I'm presuming the other rooms up there are just like a sleeping guest room.
Yeah. What you would notice is there is absolutely no dead people upstairs.
Okay, they're all downstairs.
Yeah.
Is there anything of note in the master bedroom?
There
I'm
doesn't
looking.
seem to be anything especially magical. It just seems that these were kind of like normal people almost, which is a bit sad.
Are there any books or anything?
Children's stories, that sort of thing, which kind of makes you a bit sad because now you realise they probably had a child.
Have we, without sounding macabre, have we seen any children bodies?
Nope.
Mm.
Okay, I'll go back downstairs and inform the other two that there are no bodies upstairs. There's also nothing that interesting either, I'm afraid.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go.
just want to leave this place. Ugh.
Very well. I think we should move on to the next and just have maybe a quick scout around some more of these buildings. I want to see if there are any more bodies around, or whether this is like a place that they've been transported to. If you see what I mean.
Oh, it's giving me Jim Jones vibes.
Perfect.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, a very infamous cult in the 70s, where basically this sort of religious fanatic led a cult in South America, and when the American government were closing in, basically forced them all to drink cyanide, infused Kool-Aid, and killed them all. It was like a mass death of
Oh,
900.
the Kool-Aid one. Yeah, if you just said don't drink the Kool-Aid, I'd have got it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, don't
Well,
drink Kool-Aid, kids. Don't do it.
Yeah.
yeah, parents force their children to drink.
Yep.
Yeah. Ugh.
But these people were stabbed. So
Oh, yeah, infinitely better. Yeah.
I don't know. Being stabbed would really fucking hurt.
Were there any weapons at all in the inn there?
Everything had been taken from what you can tell.
Okay. So we'll kind of just kind of go up and around, if you see what I mean. Shall I quick check the guardhouse, actually?
I was just about to suggest that.
Well, so we'll go up. As we go up, I'll look inside the buildings as well.
Just like peering through the windows and stuff like that.
Yeah, specifically to try and see dead bodies.
Okay.
And I'm just
you
kind of
can do-
a little bit behind, being like, "Why do you want to see all these dead people, man? Jesus!"
Everyone
Are
needs
you
a
going
hobby.
to this guardhouse?
Yep.
Cool. Biddy. You would find what looks like a very, very buff person. Seems half-orc, from what you can tell of what's left of them.
Okay.
Did we finally find
having-
Stevie's corpse?
No. Having been impaled by their own spears in the back of their head. They are mounted upright.
Oh Jesus!
Uh,
The spears look good? Or are they just kind of, it's a spear?
Well, it's in someone's head, so you can pull it out if you want.
Yeah, okay.
The spear's intact.
But is it like a good quality spear, or is it just kind of standard issue piece of shit?
It's made of metal. You can't quite tell which metal, but depending on... if you gave me a survival check, I could tell you how long the bodies had been there, and how rusty or not rusty the metal is to see whether it's tarnished and would still be usable.
13.
The bodies have been there, from what you can tell, about 3 weeks. And the spearhead, the rope seems to be in a little bit bad nick because it's been in some wetness the whole time. But the top of the spearhead seems not too tarnished at all, and it still seems sharp and completely usable.
But it's just like regular quality, it's not like a nice spear, is it?
No, it's not like a legendary weapon or anything, but
Yeah, it goes on the floor then.
Is the orc wearing anything of note?
they seem to be in what would be the equivalent of military gear, but in the medieval times. So they've got kind of a breastplate that's not very good, with the T for Torm stamped into it.
Oof, I'm sensing a hate crime.
he was outside the guardhouse, correct?
Just in the doorway, so the door
Yeah.
was left open and you can kind of see. And
He's
no.
facing towards us.
Yeah, so you can, if you see through the door, you'd see it's almost like a bird watching place where
Okay.
you can kind of see through a slit. He's kind of sat on the floor, propped up kind of against the wall, but with this spear kind of wedged in the side, in the back of his head, slightly to the side, and what looks like, if you're moving closer, the foot of another guard.
Okay, so it looks like he was stabbed from within the guardhouse, if you see what I mean.
Yes, or there seems to be like no blood trails outside of there, so it all seems to be having left there, but because it was about 3 weeks ago, you're unsure whether rains might have washed things away and they've been dumped.
Okay.
But they seem to have been left there for a reason, because they're all guards.
Did you say there was the foot of another guard there?
Yeah.
Just the foot, or is there a body attached?
There is the rest of the body as well, same sort of circumstances, so same kind of clothing, military breastplate with the T in it, and heads on, this time a broken spear.
Okay. And there's like, is it the same as the guardhouse that we were in, that we are stationed in? So there's like a stairway in here.
No, this is just kind of like a first level, but there's a slight step to get in so that you can see over the walls in this slit if you stand on the boxes that are
Okay.
kind of leant against the wall.
Okay, so it's just the two bodies in here, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to ritual cast detect magic, and I'll go to the center of this guardhouse and ritual cast it. I want to see if there's anything magical in this guardhouse.
From what you can tell, the breastplates seem to have the same sort of anything not Torm gets told to fuck off kind of magic,
Okay.
but that seems to be like the only thing you can sense. It doesn't seem to be that the people have magic, and based on it being 3 weeks ago, you would be able to tell. It just seems to be a very strong magic on their clothes, basically.
Okay. So I'll shoot a fireball at one of their breastplates to showcase it.
Kind of dings off and rolls onto the floor and then goes. And
You
then
said you. Sorry, go on.
and then it fizzles out.
Ragnar, I think you said you wished for something like that, correct?
Yeah, I'm just sort of thinking about whether it would be beneficial to me. Because it might slow me down being sort of a big steel plate.
It would be considered heavy armor.
Breastplate's heavy armor, is it?
This one is very thick, we'll say.
Well, I guess
Not
I'm
sure.
not touching it then, because that negates the entire style of my character.
It may be worth. No, Damascus can't wear this, can he?
He's already got his other armor on, but
Yeah.
I don't know whether he would want this as well.
It's too big for your goblin horde, isn't it?
None of my guys wear heavy armor anyway. I've got one who wears none, two who wear light. Oh no, sorry. One none, one light. And one guy doesn't even deal with metals.
And I can't wear it because my specialism's in light armor.
Fair enough. I propose we continue the investigation then.
No, I hate it here.
To be fair, I think Bruce's armor is much more protective anyway.
Yeah.
If it was a rulebook breastplate with added magic protection, I'd have the same AC but magic protection. But things that's heavy, it can go fuck itself.
Like,
I'm gonna
imagine it
take
like
one
the
anyway though.
Osprey. Imagine it like the Osprey. It's got padded lining on the inside, and then a layer of metal, and it's got big, strong, heavy buckles at the sides and on the shoulders. And it has, so you have to kind of put it on like a shirt, because it also has chainmail in like a turtleneck t-shirt kind of shape within it.
It's
Oh
not
my
really a
God,
breastplate
that
then.
Sounds like
It is the
sounds
breastplate, but
fashionable.
it's the shoulders where the under the straps, and the sides as well that have the chainmail. So you can't really go in with a broadsword through the side of the chainmail and kill them like you would a standard breastplate.
Oh well, I'm gonna take one anyway. I'm just gonna stick it in my bag though.
Fair enough.
Does the breastplate come loose from the chainmail shirt, or are they like part and parcel?
They're part and parcel, so the padding is kind of underneath the chainmail, which is ironed between the metal and the
Right.
padding.
With a heavy heart, I leave it because a chainmail shirt would be fucking dope.
Officially a turtleneck.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have a blacksmith friend who may be able to split the two, so I can get a breastplate with magical protection, and you could get a chainmail t-shirt.
Yeah, I put it in my bag. You're right. You're so right.
Hell yeah.
I'd probably need it reformed to my size anyway, because I'm a small motherfucker.
And these are half orcs.
Yep.
How much will the breastplate weigh, or the orc breastplate weigh? Because I'm just putting it in my backpack now.
I don't rightly know. Is it in pounds or kilograms that the...
It's pounds.
Yeah, 5 East pounds.
It's American.
Yeah, it's in
20?
freedom units.
Go for 20.
Nice.
So it weighs the same as a regular breastplate.
Yeah.
So we just continue our patrol then?
Yeah.
So we're here to get a book, right?
We're here to see what's going on.
Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that it's not very good.
No, you're right, it's not. But we have to find out. There's rumors of magical items here, so I wish to procure them, see if they can benefit us in any way.
I hope the benefit outweighs the detrimental cost on my mental health. This is not good.
I'm sure it's fine.
I mean, would you rather be dead?
I mean, after seeing, essentially my doppelganger with a spear through his head, yeah, you know what? I was just a jolly bard, man. Why am I doing this to myself?
Because there are greater issues at work in this world, we need to find the reason.
And because shiny stuff.
It's true. Damn capitalism.
Fair enough. Where would you like to go next?
We'll just continue on and around like in a clockwise fashion.
Okay.
I'll as we like walk, I'll still be looking into houses.
Yeah. You'll have noticed that this one seems more intact, but the curtains are all drawn. It looks like some windows have been smashed through, and there doesn't seem to be any noise coming from inside.
Okay. But the curtains are drawn.
Yeah, so you can see in the open. That's what I mean. So you
Okay,
can
so
see
they're
through
open.
the windows.
And there's nothing interesting inside.
No, and it's only one story.
And no bodies.
No. As you get to this one, though, curtains are closed and it's boarded up.
Can we hear anything?
Roll me perception.
21.
You can hear through what sounds like maybe a crack in the window through the boarded up side on this side. Someone's panicked breathing.
I turn to Ragnar and Stevie. I believe there's someone inside this house.
You want them outside?
They sound quite panicked, so maybe best trying to not scare them so much that they run away.
I guess.
My time to shine, baby. I gently knock on the door and sort of try and be like, hey, are y'all... Are you okay? What's up? Can we come in? It's really bad here and I want to leave.
You hear some more kind of breathing and whispering. From what you can tell, there might actually be more than one person.
Is it all in common? The whispering.
Yes.
Okay.
Are there any windows that look climbable?
They're all about 3 foot off the ground, so it's only a 1-story building.
Okay.
They're kind of climbing through the window.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I circle around the building, is there any other entrances, or is it just the one way in, one way out?
Just one way in, one way out.
Okay.
As you sort of circle the building and find a way in, I'm still sort of at the door being like, we don't want to hurt you. We just want to know what's going on. Seems pretty rough here, etc., etc. I'm trying to be the calming, soothing influence of the group. All 7 foot of me.
Is anyone doing anything?
Sorry?
Who's doing what next?
Was there any sort of response to what Stevie was saying, or?
There just seems to be the whispering continuing in common. They seem to be, from what you can make out, they're going, should we let them in? And someone's saying, no, we shouldn't.
What was the name of the order again? Sorry? The...
Temptation to say Order of the Pantsless Knights. No, it's the priest of Torm.
Sorry?
Torm. Torm.
I explained to Stevie that we should explain that we're not from them.
Yeah, wait, hang on. The Torm were the ones which were murdered.
Well, we don't know. We don't know who's done the murdering, but certainly some members of that sect have been killed.
Yeah, I just sort of like, I don't know what's going on, but we have no sort of... We are not here to hurt you. We've seen some things, man. And we just, like, well, I just want to help. I just want to get a grip on what's going on here. This ain't no race war for us. We're just looting and having a look around.
You can
Yes.
hear some...
Good way to
Go
get
ahead.
people to trust you, to say we're just looting and having a look around.
I'm going for the total honesty approach.
You hear from inside someone say, what's your name?
My name's Stevie, and I'm traveling with 2 of my compatriots, Lizard and Redneck. We come in peace.
Do you know what happened?
No, I do not, and I'm questioning whether I want to. But I'm sure my fellow travelers do.
Well, I can tell you if you be nice.
Honey, you have given me no reason not to be nice.
Okay. And you can hear kind of wooden nails on the other side of the door coming out of the frame. And the door swings open.
Who do we see?
You see someone wearing Torm robes. Bloody Torm robes, I will say. They seem to be not having a very good time. They're shorter than what the robes look like, so you'd assume dwarf, halfling, something like that. But they do have their hood up covering their face.
I kind of I just sort of, I don't know. I tentatively reach out my hand, as in like to shake their hand and just be like, thank you for letting me into your lovely home. As I look around and it's all boarded up and not so great.
Do what you can, don't you? So he invites you in and kind of shuffles to the back of the room. You can see that there was actually no one else with him.
I don't trust him.
You don't trust anyone.
No, not really.
It's either that or he's crazy.
Which would be a good reason not to trust them, don't you think?
It's also. Are there any kind of artifacts or anything in the room, or is it just a room with him in it and amenity?
There seems to be half of the floor is torn up and is in a currently out campfire. There's no blood or anything like that. It seems like this place has just been completely gutted. It would have sat maybe one or two people before, like a couple maybe with a kid as a small house, but not anymore.
So who are you talking to then?
Oh, you heard that?
Well, I'm not deaf, so yes, I heard that.
Myself.
And do you normally find yourself asking yourself questions and then answering? In a different voice?
Only the last wee while, anyway. There's been no one to talk to.
And why is that?
They're all dead, innit?
Well, thanks for clarifying the obvious. But I was looking for more.
A dirty look over to you and I'm like, what my colleague means to say is, would you be so kind as to tell us what happened here?
Or we can make you. Your choice.
Oh,
I just kind of roll my eyes.
well, these people came in. They tried to get pally with us. This was about 4 weeks ago. They stayed in the tavern and we were all getting along and they seemed like right normal blokes, and then one day they just kind of started having the villagers disappear, and then we found some of them in the tavern when we went to go for drinks on our usual Wednesdays, and then they tried to kill us all, and I think they got most of us. And as I was running to get out, because I didn't want to die, I was running past other houses and they were on fire, and I could see other families' bodies in their gardens, and I haven't wanted to go outside since.
So you ran into an unknown house and just boarded yourself up, presume?
Yeah.
And while they were burning all the other houses down, none of them thought to check the one that had been boarded up, which clearly had someone go into it, and just smoke you out? No?
Well, I didn't board it up and I haven't heard anything since that night, so...
So since that night, you've heard no other person come around this village.
I've been trying to avoid it, if I'm honest with you. Don't really want to see them.
Anything more specific than they were people to describe who or what they were?
Well, they didn't have any, like, symbols or anything on them. You know? They were just kind of normal travellers in white robes and stuff.
White robes.
So they didn't
Yeah.
have anything to identify themselves, but they all wore white robes.
Well, in the kind of white robes that, you just kind of basic peasant gear, I guess. But there was a lass with a pretty dress on, and I asked her to dance, and she told me to fuck off.
To be fair, I can see her point.
Bit rude.
Would you rather I wanted you to dance with me?
No, actually, I see your point.
Exactly. Pooch is at my heel, by the way, throughout this. You know, why not keep a dire wolf there, ready to eat people?
If I may, he's got that robe on, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And you say it's covered in blood.
Yes.
If I may, where did you procure that robe from?
Oh, well, it was just on my neighbour when I found him in the road.
So you looted your neighbour?
Well, that was cold, wasn't it? I hadn't had a drink yet.
So, everyone was getting murdered, you were running for your life, and you stopped to steal clothes off a dead person in the street who you knew.
Well, that was just kind of a last-ditch attempt to be warm, because I knew I was going to run away.
You say this was 4 weeks ago, correct? That these people came.
Yeah.
And how long was it before they started the? How long was it before you noticed the disappearances?
Well, people started disappearing immediately, almost. I just kind of, ignored it because I didn't think it was that much of a deal. But it's when one of my friends went missing that I was kind of a bit like, oh.
And these disappeared people turned up in the tavern, dead,
Yeah,
presumably.
yeah. I guess the newcomers didn't know that we had Wednesday parties.
And nobody discovered them there. But how did they hide them in the tavern? I'm presuming it's not just open on a Wednesday.
Well, it's open every day, but no one really goes, We're not really in the kind of place where you're able to just go out every day.
No, I suppose not. And what was your role in this village then?
Oh, I just clean things,
There's a lot of things to clean now, isn't there?
Yeah.
I kind of elbow you in the side, redneck. Fuck's sake, he's just sick of your shit.
I mean, he's clearly weak. So, no use to us.
I haven't seen the village children.
Sorry?
What was it you said, Chuck? Oh, her Discord's died.
Yep.
Oop.
F.
Um,
Sorry, I just heard the children, and that was it.
have you seen the village children?
I didn't see them among the dead.
Oh, Christ, there's children here? Jesus.
I think there
Aye.
was children here.
Ugh, just this place just gets better and better. Why are you still here? Like, why haven't you gone? This place is awful.
And why haven't you died of thirst if you haven't left that in 3 weeks?
Well, this building has a tap, doesn't it?
Fancy bloody building having a tap.
Well, we all do. Torm gave it to us.
Ah, yes, the almighty god of taps.
Can I make a religion check to see if he is the god of...
Yeah?
22.
Been brilliant. He's not the god of Torm.
Torm's not the god of Torm.
No, this guy is not the god of Torm.
The god of taps does not refer to Tom.
No.
Who is the god of taps?
He's the god of war. Of self-sacrifice and stuff.
Okay. Okay. So you've just been... So we're the first people you've seen, presumably? Since the
Yeah.
incident.
Yeah, in like 3 weeks, yeah.
What about food? Where did you get food from?
Well, the forest and there's cows over there, so I've just been having like milk and stuff.
Without leaving the house?
I know I've left it, but I haven't gone into town, you know.
But you said you hadn't left the house.
You know,
Which is it? Did you leave the house or did you not leave the house?
I left the house
Why tell us you didn't leave the house then?
because I didn't want to leave the house.
Yeah, but there's a difference between not wanting to leave the house but having to. And saying you didn't leave the house lying than there is, you know, just saying you left the house.
I'm sorry.
You are aware I've got a very big wolf, right?
He looks very scared.
Maybe don't lie to the guy with the big wolf and the sharp swords.
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ, guys, calm down. He has clearly been through some traumatic shit, and he's been, as far as we know, he's been on his own for like a month now. Cut the dude some slack. How
Also
old are you
wearing
now?
looted clothes and the only survivor.
There was another one.
Another survivor.
Yeah, she's gone now.
How would you know?
She was the one who was leaving the house for the most of it, and then she didn't come back one day.
So she lived in this house with yourself then?
She escaped, and then she was running, and then I grabbed her, and then we hid in here.
And one day she left and never returned.
Yeah,
Do you know where she left to?
she was gonna go and see if she could scavenge, but she never came back.
As in the forest?
And then around town as well.
Seems like something to have mentioned around about the time you were telling us that you'd been here alone the entire time.
Well, she left on day 2.
Yes, but being alone since day one is a lot different than having someone with you for a day and then going missing, isn't it?
Well, I guess.
Bro, I really want to be on your side, but you're acting mad sus right now.
Well, um,
And why'd you have your... Do you still have your hood up? Yeah.
yeah.
And why'd you still have your hood up? Come on. You've seen all our faces. Let us see yours. We need to build some trust here. Otherwise, you're going to lose the only member that's on your team, babe.
I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull my sword. Take the hood off.
Jesus, redneck.
Oh, I'm sorry. And he vanishes.
He vanishes.
He vanishes.
For fuck's sake, redneck.
Oh, so you think we should trust the person who's been hiding in a house for 3 weeks when they could teleport, who lied to us twice about 2 different things that made it more and more suspicious every time?
I cast detect magic.
Mm. Mm.
I don't ritual cast it. I cast it immediately as he
Okay.
disappeared.
You would see illusion magic.
Okay. And do I see any kind of aura or anything?
You can kind of see a trail almost. So if illusion magic is like purple, for example, you
Yeah.
could see the poof in his shape of where it was. He was standing before he went poof. And then you can see it kind of trickle out of the door.
Didn't mean to cast minor illusion, sorry.
Pooch, find him.
Or
Bok bok nom nom time.
Whether they're like sus as fuck or not, they are our only... But they are the most likely source of information on what the hell has happened in this town. You have to be a bit more tactful.
Or
Sort of
we could
that
tie
red.
him up and make him speak.
Don't you think he's been through enough?
And I don't think tying him up would work anyway.
Let's find
God.
him and find out.
I'll agree with finding him.
You want me to see if
Alright.
my dog can sniff him out?
yeah.
That would probably be the best. Disappearance magic doesn't let you only affects your visibility.
Would I just use perception? Using a sense of smell to catch him? Yeah, if I have a keen sense of smell, get an advantage. Oh, 11. Fucking
You
useless
still
dog.
find the trail. If you did a survival check, then
For
I
me or
would-
the dog?
your character, then you would be able to point him in the direction where you can maybe see footprints or tracks.
Well, I know the direction, don't I?
Yeah, you can help as well.
Yeah.
Well, I got a 3 for survival check for figuring out that he was just in front of me.
Uh-oh.
Do I give him advantage or anything? Because I could see the trail of magic that he left behind.
You'd give them a plus 5,
Okay.
unless you roll a crit, in which case I'll just tell you where he is.
As in, what do you want me to roll then? Sorry.
Just a d20 for me.
Okay. Seven.
Which seems to run around the building and Ping. No, that's map. That'll be why. Run around the building to about here, where I've just put a thing instead of fucking pinging. And then vault the wall and go behind this kind of bush with a rock.
Cool, I'm
And
going to
then
fire an
you
arrow
hear
into it.
You already hear screaming.
Oh no, I didn't tell him to kill. Told him to find.
No, he's just holding on.
Okay,
He's screaming because a giant dog has just followed him.
cool, I'll jump the wall then.
How did you know?
I think you didn't quite realize that we have both a dog and a wizard.
And a short attention span.
Oh. Shit.
It's
Yeah.
a rather peculiar for someone for no offense, someone who said that they ran and hid when they can cast invisibility magic.
So you know what I am?
Do I?
I mean, I have an opinion, but it ain't a racial trait.
We have only theories, unless you can actually give us some more information.
Are you gonna hurt me?
I am not going to hurt you.
Yeah, the wizard and me, not going to hurt you. The bird absolutely will.
But I'm
I
sure
have
he
trust
won't.
issues.
I'm sure he won't if you just cooperate.
It's in
We
your
are-
best interest.
We are actually just here to find out what's going on.
I'm going to start sharpening a dagger slowly in front of him.
Do you promise not to hurt?
You promise not to lie? Again.
Yeah.
Promise not to run? Again.
Yeah.
Then I'll try not to.
And it would be for the best if you removed your hood. We are all in the open here. Unless you can actually explain why you don't want to.
He takes his hood down, and you see that he is horribly burned.
That's it. That's why you wouldn't take your hood off.
Well, I'm fuck ugly, aren't I?
You probably were before that, but I bet you didn't hide your face before.
Have you seen who we're travelling with? Do you think we care about appearances?
I know, look at that wizard guy.
Well,
Don't know what you're talking about. I'm gorgeous.
At least one person thinks so.
me bit.
Hell yeah.
So how about we go back to that house and we have a nice little chit chat? And if you go disappearing or lying, the dog won't be so nice and I won't be so nice.
Okay.
Sorry about him. He has little bird syndrome.
So you're going back to the
The house, yes.
thing, yeah. Okay, Dick. Let me bring it up. So, I was actually with them.
You are actually with who, sorry?
The people who hurt the village.
I see, so you're not actually from this village then?
No.
You see
So
why I
why-
don't trust people?
So why did you come to this village?
Well, they told us that we were gonna, get rid of the magic. The bad, evil magic.
If I may, could we not play the pronoun game? When you say they, Who are they?
Well, I'll tell you if you promise to be extra nice and if you let me save the children.
So the children still live.
I think so if they've stuck to their plans.
Well, how about this for a promise? If you don't tell us, we'll be extra mean.
Okay. It's a cult. They said that they want to vanish or banish bad magic.
So this cult that you're a part of, could you tell me the name, please?
St. Christopher's.
St. Christopher's.
St. Christopher's.
Can't say I've ever heard of that one before.
Have I heard of it?
No.
It's completely new.
Yeah.
Is there a chance I've accidentally founded this along the way? Because I lie about a lot of things and it gets out of hand.
No, you're okay. Don't
Okay,
worry.
that's fine.
So this cult of St. Christopher wishes to banish bad magic.
Well, I actually think that they just want to banish all magic, you know?
I think that's implied.
Yeah, because I thought we were coming to banish bad magic so that the god of Torm, who I think is quite cool, I've read some books about him, I thought we were going to make it so that he could thrive.
So
But-
you decided to come to his sanctuary, effectively, and stop the magic in this area of which he is theoretically responsible for.
We was told that there was someone, like a spy in town, who was trying to use the magic for evil. So we were coming to investigate it, but they lied to us. They just want to get rid of all of the magic. And when I saw what they were doing, because I was just a grunt, see, I wasn't in on it all. When I saw that they were bringing corpses to whoever walked into the tavern, they became a pile of corpses, and they took out the guards. I decided to run, and there was another girl who was in initiation with me, who I took here, but I think she may have bolted.
Would have been so much easier if you just told us that the first time.
Sorry, I was scared. I thought you might be one of them.
One of who?
One of the cult members.
Do we look like cult members of this cult?
See, they're very, not happy when you betray them, so...
Neither am I.
So where are you aware of where the rest of your cult members are?
Well, last that I heard, the plan was they were going to hide up in a big main building.
That seems obvious. So you say that they're actually in the Cathedral of Torm.
Yeah, they said they were going to destroy it, but last I checked, it was still standing.
It definitely is still standing. And the children are there, you think?
Well, I'd hope so, otherwise they're dead.
And why would they take the children separately?
Recruitment?
Yeah,
So-
children. That checks out. Children are thick as shit. They'll follow anyone that tells them a fun story.
So what you're saying is that your cult has decided to try and recruit these children
Well,
into an
yeah.
anti-magic agenda, effectively.
Yeah.
Have you seen anyone else come into the village since then?
No, it's just been you guys. I was a bit scared when I heard you approaching, to be honest. I didn't know whether you were part of them, but I haven't seen anyone since they decided to take the village on.
So, to the best of your knowledge, everyone else in this village is dead except for the children.
Yeah.
Who are either dead or converted.
Yeah.
And this happened 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They've been holed up since then? That doesn't seem to make sense. Do you know why they targeted this particular god?
Well, he doesn't seem to have a lot of spread. I haven't heard of any other priesthoods for this deity, this god. Whereas if they targeted one of like the main ones, then I guess they get more backlash. And other cults would try and, like the places of that deity all around the world, they would try and attack them back.
Ah, so your cult is a cult of pussies then. Nice.
Well, does that make me not a pussy for leaving?
No, that makes you a double pussy.
Oh,
Yeah.
It makes you stupid. That's what it makes you.
Stupid for joining or stupid for leaving?
Stupid for joining.
You still have your robe. Your cult robe.
We were wearing like basic stuff, so they just made us kind of like dress up in white clothes to look nice, like your Sunday wear, And then we came in. We left all of the traveling equipment, like the carriages and stuff. We left them just on the other side of the woods, and then we came in on foot. We were like, "Oh no, you have to help us." And then they put us in, and they were really nice.
Just a quick question, Chuck. It's sort of like not related to the current conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we talked about me teaching people thieves speak?
Yeah.
How much would I have managed to teach people so far?
It's been almost 2 weeks since you started that, so who had the highest intelligence? It was Gary, wasn't it?
What? Yes.
So you would have learnt in a week, and you'd still be teaching Damascus and Stevie, though.
Hang on, I can speak thief speak.
You can now speak thieves, can't you?
Huh.
And
I mean, it's a modified version of Thieves Can't,
Oh, is this so
specific
that
to
we
me.
can speak
It's so
in,
that so we can pass hidden messages in conversations.
Okay.
So it's like a party-specific Thieves Speak, basically.
Okay, I get you. It's effectively a code.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I get you.
And then in another week, so by the time you get back, Stevie will have learnt it, and then a week and a half after that, Damascus will have learnt it.
They know enough to pass, like, really basic stuff?
Yeah, they'd know, like,
Hello.
because Thieves Can't is more kind of, are you this? Are
Yeah,
you with
it's
these
sort of a
people?
way of passing hidden messages. So if I wanted to say something was a bluff,
Yeah.
I'd be able to pass that along within
So
a regular sentence that they'd understand, yeah?
they'd know terms like bluff, fence, underworld, black market, that sort of stuff.
Hmm.
So even just those keywords they'd be able to pick up.
Cool. In that case, in our version of Thieves Speak, I'm going to tell him that he's now our hostage, and we're going to give him back. And both of you would be able to pick up that it's a bluff. I'm not going to hurt him yet.
Yeah, they'd pick up bluff hostage.
Except me, who would understand the whole thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
What next?
Where do you propose that we take him?
Oh, I was thinking we take him to the keep and negotiate entrance.
Actually care who he is.
Say again?
I don't think they'll actually care who he is.
If they get that annoyed at someone betraying them, I think they might want him back.
What annoyance is there? I don't know how annoyed they get.
Well, he was saying that they were annoyed when they didn't like people who betrayed them.
They don't really take kindly to deserters.
Exactly, in which case they'll want to punish him.
That's why he thinks that she may have either bolted or been found by them and then tortured and killed.
Would it be worth checking how far is your caravan?
Well, it was just along the other side of the woods. Let me see, is the map big enough for me to ping it? No, so right at the edge of the map, you've got like this little road. That's the road they came in on. And
North or
then-
south, sorry.
The North Road.
Yeah, north.
Okay.
The north road. So if you went up there about half a mile, there'd be a slight clearing, and that's where all of the travelling stuff would be.
Would it be worth going there, do you think, first?
To what end?
Well, if the caravan is still there, then they're still going to be in this temple, and we can go further with the plan. If not, we can actually use, and if they're not there, obviously they've already left. But it might be a good chance to learn more about this cult before talking to them, if you see what I mean.
I mean, I was going to use you guys as a distraction, sneaking through the top, but yeah, sure. Sounds like a good plan.
Your thoughts, Stevie?
You know what? Rock and roll. I just want to leave this awful place.
Well, it would at least leave the village for a good half an hour to an hour.
Yep, I hate the fact that I've become accustomed to the smell of death.
Oh, it takes its time. Don't worry.
Ugh.
After a while, you quite like it, to be honest.
I won't go
I
that.
don't think I'll ever be as fucked up as you, redneck.
And if you could show us the way to your caravan.
Yeah. If it's still there, I'll be able to take you to it.
And if you could actually have a name or something to refer to you as, please, instead of just you.
Oh, really? You don't just want to call me slave?
No,
I mean,
slave doesn't sit well with me.
minion. Pawn.
I don't know whether he's a pawn or a bishop.
Definitely not a knight.
No, he's not a knight or a rook, but
Oh god, nerds.
My name's Klavik.
clever.
Slavic.
Nice to meet you, Klavik.
I've spelt it in the Roll20 chat for you.
No wonder you ran away from home and joined a cult if your mum called you Klavic.
My
Where
dad
you-
was also called Klavik.
So you're a second generation knob then.
Third.
Come on.
Jesus, what's crawled up your tail feather today, redneck? Christ.
He lied to us twice, tried to run away, was partially responsible for the massacre of a village, and expects us
And
to
your
give a
dog.
fuck what he's called.
And your dog didn't get to kill him.
Oh no, that's fine. The dog's happy enough. It was like a game of fetch.
Very well. If you could just show us the way to the caravan site, and we'll try and be discreet because I'm presuming Did you leave anyone there?
Well, the plan was to have 2 guards, but I think you could take them if I'm honest.
Well, I'm not going to. No offense, but I won't take you on your word for that. I'll think we should still be just as careful as possible.
Okay. I'll take you down the main road, and then a wee bit before then, I'll sneak into the cover of the woods and I'll point you in the direction.
Very well. Thank you.
Let's head off down the road then. Can you all roll me a d20, please?
Yay.
And then, should we have a wee break?
Sure.
You can do.
Cool.
Go for it.
So you're walking.
Yeah, we all rolled pretty terribly for that.
You're walking into the woods. Do you want to do it in a specific order?
Well, he's leading us.
Does he have a sword in his back? Typical.
Well, technically it's a rapier. To be fair, I'm probably with my bow out. But Pooch is very close to him.
Just healing and keeping his eyes up.
More sort of right behind him.
Yeah. Then Stevie, then myself.
Okay. You're about 100 meters away and you start hearing voices.
Okay.
And that's when... What's his name again?
Clavert.
Kind of ducks into the wood line on the left side of the path. Could you all roll me stealth, please?
Okay.
Nah.
Yes, not one.
Oh no! Here I go.
Not 20.
Based on this, do you want to send someone forward to scout?
I mean, Pooch got a 20 as well.
I just assume that because Pooch is wild, he knows what he's doing. Like, if he did a survival check, he would automatically get a 20 because he is a wild animal.
Fair enough.
So we go into the bushes. I fall over.
You kind of stub your toe on a rock and go, oh gosh!
Can we see?
Somehow an aerobic kind of gymnast now.
You're kind of hopping between rocks so that you're not leaving a trail as well, and everyone else is just kind of looking at you like, the fuck is this bitch doing?
I'm being a fun and funky goat. Let me live.
Yeah, as you jump from one rock and then you kind of like do a front flip and onto another rock and kind of land in the superhero position and go, I can see them, 2 enemies.
I wasn't aware that front flips were, based on stealth skill, but okay.
It's just memeing. It's just memeing. There wasn't really a front flip unless you want to roll me acrobatics, in which case.
I'm not going to do that because that's when I'm going to fall flat on my ass.
I've already done that.
Can we tell where the guards are?
Yes. So in front of you in the clearing, you can see 4 wagons. They seem to be in kind of a circle, huddled around, from what you can see, a bonfire just out of the edge of your eye. It's not currently lit because it's like 10 a.m., I guess. But you can see one guard kind of sitting down and another one standing up.
How far away are we, roughly?
You're about 40 meters away.
What's that in feet? Roughly 120, yeah?
About 3 times, so yeah.
Can we hear if they're talking at all?
You can hear muffled voices in common, but you can't make out what they're saying. They seem quite jovial, though. It doesn't seem to be malicious language. They're just kind of going,
What was that?
How?
Sorry?
Go ahead, Gary.
Go on. No, go ahead, Ben.
I was just gonna quietly ask how effective you are at combat from this range.
Me?
Yep.
How far did you say? 120 foot?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
If it came to it, would you be able to provide supporting fire from here?
yes, I can. Firebolt is a range of 120. Magic missiles of range of 120. I think those are my only 2 spells.
Okay.
I mean, I technically have some level 2 spells which I could use on them as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys stay here. Keep an eye on him. I'm gonna go in. If I say the phrase "Let there be light," fireball the bonfire and light it.
Okay.
And if things start going down, just kill them.
Okay, I can attempt that, yes.
Stevie, how close do you need to be if things go badly?
I mean, for physical attacks, I need to be pretty close range, but for spells, let me have a little looky. $30 feet. Thunder wave. Let's have a look at that.
I think that's close range.
Yeah, that's 15 foot. And hideous laughter.
30 feet.
Yeah, so yeah, I need to be close range, my dudes.
Sleep is 90 feet, but I think that's the best one.
Yeah, sleep and vicious mockery are 90 and 60 feet, respectively.
Look it up. Right, so Lazard, you stay. We're to their south, aren't we?
Yeah.
Cool. Stevie, if you could stealthily move sort of within optimum range but out of sight. Try and flank them towards the east. And I'm gonna go in and see what I can do. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a dagger out, and I'm going to sort of cut my clothing a bit so I look a bit ragged. I'm going to take my helmet off. So I'm just a travelling dude. And equip that. I'm just going through and unequipping stuff on my character sheet so that it calculates my AC properly.
Okay.
And then I'm going to start slow walking on the path, but sort of pushing a little bit west of where they are. Sort of walking slow to make it look like I'm injured and tired, and also give Stevie plenty of time to move into position. And I'm not being stealthy about it.
Okay. Do you all want to roll me initiative? You will take them by surprise on the first actions, though?
I mean, I wasn't going straight in for the murder, but...
Fair enough. Keep going, then. Stevie, are you in position?
I mean, like, am I supposed to be in position in the sheet? Because I can only see the zoomed out map.
Yeah, there's no map for this. So, do you want to be, like, across the road to the east, able to see through the gap between two of the carts?
Like, yes.
That would kind of put you about a 40-foot range.
Yes. So I'm
Okay.
not moving my token anywhere. I'm just imagining this. This is the time of pretend.
This is the time of pretend.
Nice. I'm there.
Theatre of the mind.
I'm
Yes.
there. Don't even worry.
Don't even trip, bruh. On we go, then.
As I get sort of closer, also I'll have left me longbow, rapier, and shield with Lizard. But I do have sort of daggers, 2 daggers on me, I think.
Okay.
And I'll sort of stumble sort of towards the camp, sort of on the western edge of it.
Mhm. Is Pooch with you, or is he back with Lazard?
He'll sort of follow up and be sort of 30, 40 foot away.
Kind of in the tree line.
Yeah.
Cool. So they notice you in the distance. They're like, "Oi, stop!"
Oh, greetings, travellers. I see you have a camp. I'm putting on like
Yeah,
an
what
old,
about
frail
it?
voice.
What about it?
I was looking for a place to rest. I don't suppose I could join you for a while. I have provisions. I'd happily share a meal with you. Just need to rest my tired old legs.
Roll deception for me.
35. That's not even a crit.
Right. Well, I guess. Come sit.
And I sort of hobble over. Obviously tattered and weary. And I sit down and start pulling sort of like jerky and stuff like that. I could prepare you a broth if you'd like.
Got anything quick?
The jerky is good to eat. May I, perchance, ask what it is? Why select a campsite here when I hear there is a village nearby? I haven't quite seen it myself, coming from the west.
Well, we've not seen it either. We sent friends in to get supplies, but they haven't been back out yet.
How long have they been gone? Would they be returning soon? Like an hour or so? Or?
About an hour, 2 hours they've been gone. I'm assuming they're having a drink at the tavern. While he did roll an 18 on deception, you know
We know.
better.
We can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we saw the 18.
Mhm.
I mean, I know who they are, so.
Yeah.
Ah, my boy, I've been around many moons. I know a lie when I hear one. But that is by the by. We are but travellers. You see, my friends, I hear there was murder in this village. I don't suppose you'd know anything about that now, would you?
No.
Are you sure? I am a man of great power. I can see into the hearts of men.
Well, we haven't been in, but I won't say that our friends wouldn't have done something.
And why, pray tell, would your friends do something like that?
Missionaries?
And is it the
Wanting-
norm for missionaries to murder? Or perhaps you're just a bunch of thugs, seeking a reason to impose your will on the weak?
We're here to rid the world of evil, mate. Sometimes that takes a beating.
And yet you commit the murder of women and men and steal their children, do you not?
They both put their hands on their swords. How did you know?
And then I'll just shout, "Let there be light."
Okay. I fire that fireball.
Cool. Would you like to roll me damage for firebolt so I can see how big the fire is?
Roll damage.
I'll assume it's a hit anyway, so
5.
cool. So as the firebolt hits the the campfire, it kind of sends a couple bits of wood just kind of out of the way, kind of slightly singeing, and then the fire reaches about 5 foot up and then drops to a nice calm level.
As I said, I am a man of great power.
What do you want?
I seek the truth and your surrender.
You're not gonna get either of those here, mate. They pull their swords.
And at
Would you
that
like
point,
to-
I leap forward with double daggers.
Would you all like to roll me initiative?
7. And 22 for Pooch.
11.
All right, Pooch.
Okie doke. Lit.
Might be useful just to add some tokens on the map so you can add their turns to the tracker log.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I'm just rolling for the other guys as well. Tracker. No.
Hey, this is not D&D related in any way, shape, or form. No, thank you. But so I changed my light fitting in my living room, and now the light fitting that was working in my bedroom isn't now. Does anybody know why that is?
As in, you changed the light fitting, as in unwired it and wired in a new one?
Yes,
Have you wired it up properly?
probably not.
Is it in any way linked electrically? Is it like where you've got like one switch that does the lights together, or?
See, no, that's the thing. Like, the only thing that connects I think the lights are on a circuit, because under the main circuit board, the fuse box, it's like lights and smoke detectors.
Yeah, so you probably have them running off a main bus.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'd probably pull the fuse and double check the connections on the light socket you've put in. It's possible that maybe one of the connections coming off it that continues into the loop isn't correctly done.
That sounds about right, to be honest.
Or if you have a multimeter, you can pull the one that's not working and check you've got voltage on it.
Mm.
But not many people actually own multimeters, so.
Yeah, I don't think I have a multimeter. It's literally just a bog standard fuse box.
Oh, multimeter's like a tool.
Oh, don't have that.
Okay. Yeah, I just double checked the connections on the wiring. It's possible that there was like maybe 2 wires going to one thing, and maybe one of those has become loose.
I know that the colors of the wires. So in the light fitting that I just fit, there were red wires, there were black wires, and there was the earth wire. I'm only used to seeing brown and blue, so the red and black wires threw me through a loop.
Yeah, that's because it's the old colouring scheme. Which means your house was wired up quite a while ago.
Yes, it was.
I can't remember off the top of my head. I think red's your live.
Yeah, red's positive and black's negative.
There isn't positive and negative, it's an AC circuit, Chuck.
Okay.
Right, I think I haven't wired up the red ones correctly then.
Possibly.
Oh, God, I'm going to have to take it down again. Fuck. Right, no, thank you.
Chuck, why did you delete the tokens?
Because I managed to manually add them.
Okay.
I'm not in there.
Neither's Pooch.
Pooch is at the top and Stevie's in there. So Pooch is 22, Enemy 117, Enemy 214, Lazard 11, Stevie 10, Rex 7.
Okay, look, I'm not seeing Pooch or Stevie.
No,
Yeah.
nor am I.
I will delete them and add them again.
No, I see them now.
Like that.
All there for me.
Cool. So you get first go because you're surprising.
Let me get the right character sheet up. I'm gonna guess I'd get a sneak attack.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna single dagger. And I'm also gonna expand a spell slot to Divine Smite.
Okay.
Would I have advantage because I'm surprising them?
Yes.
That is a 17.
That is a hit.
20 damage.
Ooh. Ooh.
With a dagger.
Let me just delete enemy number 1.
And then with the rest of my movement, I'll advance on the other guy.
And then it would be Pooch's go.
Pooch is going to run in and go for a bite because it's Bork Bork Nom Nom time. And he'll have advantage because of pack tactics. He gets a 12.
That's a miss.
Now, well.
And then everyone else sneak attacking. So technically it's Stevie next.
I'm gonna do.
Would it not be Lizard next?
It is Lizard next, yeah.
Oh yeah, Wizard, sorry.
That's fine. Is he within range of Fireball?
Yes.
I'm not spell slots, dude.
Oops. Sorry.
That's a hit.
7 fire damage.
Cool. And then Stevie.
I'm going in with my big two-handed broadsword.
That's a hit.
Only 4 damage. Oop.
He only had 2 left.
Oh, we
Yeah.
obliterated them, boys.
You've taken out the camp.
Yeah, we did.
Ding dong, darling.
How does Chetnut Clavic? How does Clavic respond to that?
He's like, ooh, blimey.
Suddenly become very British.
Cool, blimey, governor.
Oh, blimey. Is
Why
that
did
it
you
done?
sound like the Imperial Guard from Dawn of War?
Yeah, I realised that as I said it.
The Spice Marines!
That's a very weird Spice Girls.
What?
What?
The Spice Marines.
The Space Marines.
Yeah, but the way the accent says it sounds like Spice Marines, so all I can imagine
Spice.
them, there's a squad of them wearing their outfits. So you've got Sporty Space Marine, you've got Baby Space Marine, you've got Posh Space Marine.
Your head is a strange place.
Yeah.
I'll dig it, though.
Yeah, so they're all dead.
Machines in dresses. Can that be mainstream?
I think there's a good reason it's not mainstream.
It should be.
Okay.
So, are there any signs of anyone else?
Nope, that was all that was there.
Okay. I think it's time to investigate. You say there are 4 wagons.
Yeah.
I'll go over to the nearest one.
Food rations.
Regnak, there's some food here for you.
Yeah, we'll take it back with us.
Pooch's ears prick up.
Oh no, Pooch can have the guards.
Keep feeding that dog people, it's gonna turn on us, man.
I'm the only person here.
I mean, if we keep feeding it people, then it's got no reason to turn on us.
Touche.
So is that just a wagon of food rations?
Yeah. Foods, waters, stuff like that. There seems to be some medicine, like some first aid kits as well.
I'll give them to Regnak.
Cool. How many medkits is there?
3.
Okay, look, I'll dish one to each of us.
Nice, nice. Thank you.
I'll move on to the next wagon then.
Empty, but it did have what looked like a weapons rack.
Okay. Can I discern what kind of? Well, I probably can't.
You would know that there were specifically sword mounts.
Okay.
I'm gonna retrieve my armor and put it on.
Okay.
And the next one?
That one just has benches in it, so you would assume that there would be people who were being transported in that one.
And the final one?
A dead horse.
A dead horse is inside the wagon.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, is it still like... Is it like turned yet, or have we just found what we're having for tea?
I mean, it's edible.
Cool.
no, gee.
How long has it been dead for?
Less than 24 hours from what you can tell.
Okay, so the theory is that they killed it to eat it.
Would you like to examine it for more information?
Yep, I will.
Either investigation or medicine for me.
I think that'd be invest. Yes, it would be. 11.
You would notice that it has a sore, or it looks like a cut on its front ankle. So you would assume that they've put it down because it was a nuisance,
Oh,
because it was not moving very fast.
I get you. So it was
That-
an injured horse that they killed.
Yes.
But I've found nothing of like a magical nature or anything like
Nothing magic here now.
Do the wagons have horses attached?
It looked like it at some point. They still have the kind of rails for the horses, but there aren't any horses.
Ah, wanted a pet horse.
I mean, I wanted something to pull the bloody wagons along with. Though I do have a horse-sized wolf, so...
Good for some.
I'll turn to our compatriot then. Where would you normally let the horses go?
I mean, sometimes we just pick up better ones at other towns. So sometimes.
Do you
Helpful.
know? Do you know who those 2 gentlemen were then? Just regular guards, like yourself in terms of rank, or what?
They were higher up than me. I've not seen them before.
Were they dressed just in the white, or were they just had regular adventure armor kind of thing?
They had leather armor on.
So they just look like normal adventurers, as it were.
Yeah.
Nothing to distinguish them as part of a cult.
Not immediately, but when you inspect them, they all seem to have a branding.
Okay.
It's a circle with an 8-pointed star in it.
Chaos cultists.
Do I recognize that symbol at all, or?
It's non-magical, so I don't know whether it would be your area, but you could do an investigation.
Okay. It's not religious in any way.
No.
Okay. $13.
Nice. No, it's not religious. From what you can tell, you may have seen it in the pile of dead people, but you don't quite exactly remember. There seems to be writing around the side of it in common as well, which you would be able to discern as being Saint Christopher.
Okay.
But aside from that, it's just
It's just a symbol.
yeah.
Okay, I get you. I'll turn to the other two then. It seems that this is a symbol of the Saint Christopher cult, and it's quite similar to ones that were on the bodies, some of the bodies anyway, in the inn. So presumably some of them were killed there too.
So a cult that killed their own people, huh?
Perhaps they were killed in self-defense. Do you see what I mean?
A prisoner boy. How many total was there entered the village?
Oh, maybe 10?
Does that include you?
No, that's on top of me.
Okay.
And on top of the girl too.
Yeah.
Okay. So at least a couple of them are dead.
I think we should
No,
still
but-
factor in for facing at least 10. They may have new recruits as well, remember?
They would be children.
Child with a sword's still a sword. Stevie, how squeamish are you?
I mean, I don't like it, but I'll do it for the greater good.
I'm not on about killing children.
Ugh, thank God. What are you talking about in regards to squeamish?
And then I take my sword and cut one of the guards' heads off.
Ugh.
And then cut the other guard's head off.
Pray tell, I presume you have a reason for that.
Intimidation.
Who are you intimidating?
Well, we know they're still in the keep because they haven't come back to their wagon.
So you're going to take the heads to them?
I'm going to take the heads to them, the wagon with the food, and our prisoner. And I'm going to see if we can get the children back.
I would propose getting Damascus too.
Yeah, I suppose he'd be kind of useful in this.
He does burn.
He would have been exceptionally useful at, hauling a wagon.
That's true. That's also true. He would have been.
Yeah, we can sort that out later.
Ugh, Damascus, why was this the week you decided to go off to Hawaii?
I'm going to take the food wagon and sort of attach it to Pooch. Because why not? He's a horse-sized wolf.
Is he the size of a horse?
Yeah, he's a dire wolf.
A fully grown direwolf.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a higher level than any of us.
You know what? That's fine.
I don't think he's going to gain levels throughout the game, so he's okay now, but he will be kind of useless later on.
Very well. I think it's best if we head back.
Yeah, I think we should circumnavigate the village
Yeah, let's
and then
finish
come
off.
back in through the south and collect Damascus. And then
Okay.
to the keep.
Very well.
Just
Do we have to decide on password?
We don't need a password. Damascus has eyes.
It do be us, son.
just gonna make it so that this is Klavik. He doesn't actually have a weapon on him, unless you want to
Okay.
give him one. But that's the best token I can find.
Fair enough.
All right.
Is that your Damascus impression?
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't really planning on going inside. It was just more a, oi, you, come with us. Open the gate.
All right.
It's time to club some shit.
Yeah, things could go
Guys,
down very fast, but whatever I say in the negotiation, back me up.
I'm good to prepare and cast mage armor on myself, just in case.
A very, very good idea, good sir.
Yeah, so that is spell slot.
Do you just want to walk straight up to the front door?
Actually, do either of you have illusion magic that could change my appearance?
Do you?
I don't. I've only got minor illusion.
Yo, I've only got minor illusion as well. Shit.
If you both use minor illusion, then you could minorly change one thing each.
I give you a mustache.
and the other one makes you tall.
Yep, that's not really what I was going for.
What
Okay.
What do you want then?
The symbol on my shield to be the symbol of Torm.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Ugh, I guess. But a mustache would be better. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that.
Only one of you would need to cast that.
Yeah, I'll let Stevie do it.
Nice. I think I've just hang on. Let's see what I've done. Oh yeah.
Oh, ooh.
I'm so glad you got that. How do I do I
You
need
just
to-
no. There's no test or anything. You just say that you're going to do it, and it does it.
I've done it. I've cast my illusion magic, and now your shield has the Christopher logo on it. Boosh.
That's not the symbol I wanted.
The symbol of Tom.
Yeah,
Shit, yeah.
the
that
T
one,
of Torm.
That's what I meant.
Yep.
I'm not good with religious stuff. It all confuses me.
Lazard, as our resident religious expert, does Torm like lightning and shit?
Gonna have to defer to Chuck on this.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. If I start speaking about vengeance and violence, if you could just throw some thunder around with your illusions.
Yeah, I can do that with minor illusion. I can make the sound of thunder. Yeah, won't be
Cool.
very loud, but
No, but it can be enough.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go then. So what I'll do is I'll go up to the sort of see how there's like an incline leading up to the keep, and then it has the wall around it.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
I'll pull up to the wall. I
Mhm.
imagine there's some sort of like gate there,
Nope.
or like where a gate was.
There seems to be posts for where a gate could be, but there hasn't been a gate. There's just double doors into this bit of the building.
And I'll disconnect the wagon from Pooch, so Pooch is with me. And then I'm gonna drag Mr. Prisoner Boy. And then shout into the keep. Who commands here? The people in the party would notice that my voice is extremely different, and Damascus would recognize it as, what was that French dude's voice?
it was I want to say Foucault, but it wasn't for Foucault. It was
Lafayette?
Lafayette.
Yeah, Lafayette.
Lafayette.
I'm using Lafayette's voice perfectly. Only Damascus would know that though.
Just Birdman things.
Yep.
You hear the door open and a guard comes out and goes, "Who are you?"
I am Magnus the Red, and I command 100 men in the name of Torm. You are those who would kill my people. I wish to speak to your commander.
No one speaks to the commander, he's busy.
I do not think you'd wish to deny my god, as he can bring pain down upon you. And Lizard, you'd see a little signal.
Okay. I'll just do a bit of a thunderclap that he can hear.
Let me go talk to him. And then he rushes inside. And then you can hear people kind of talking through the door going, eh? Eh? You hear the footsteps disappear into the distance within the building. And you wait a little minute. And another minute. And then the guy comes back and you can hear the footsteps coming back and he goes, "Master says, what do you want?"
Well, first off, I wish him to come out and speak to me himself, or is he a worm?
He's busy.
Too busy to negotiate his life or death?
You can't kill the master.
Well, I have 100 men surrounding this village, and the righteous fury of an angry god.
Bang.
I don't believe you. Neither does master.
At this point, I throw him the heads of the two guards. I
Roll
found
me
these in the woods. They were still connected at the time.
Roll me intimidation or deception.
Let me find my character sheet again. Yeah, deception's better. 11.
He's spooked and believes you. Thought God was dead.
No, merely resting. Planning. Bring your commander to me, or you'll all burn in there.
I'll go get him. And then he closes the door and runs away again. You hear all of the other footsteps in the hallway retreat. And no one comes back.
Fair enough. I take it the keep has one door.
One door in and out, yeah.
In which case, I'm going to get Damascus to start going around, pulling wood, and building what is very obviously a bonfire at the entrance. Barricading the door first.
Okay. Shavik protests. He's like, what about the children?
Keep quiet.
But they're innocent.
And I sort of just backhand him.
The bonfire is done.
Last chance, and I'll shout it loud enough for them to hear.
You see someone pop out of a window just up here. Give us a minute. You can come in and see the master in his quarters.
I believe negotiations will be held on neutral ground.
Like your temple?
That wouldn't be very neutral, would it?
Your temple that we're in?
Send your commander to the walls.
Not sure about that.
Well, you're talking to me from the wall, aren't you?
I'll go get him.
Good idea.
A few minutes later, a hooded individual comes to the window. What is it?
Are you the commander?
Aye, what about her?
Well, you are surrounded. I have your food supplies. I have one of your men, though I do believe he's a traitor. Your cause. And I believe you have
Sure.
something of mine.
And what would that be?
Well, according to your little coward friend here, pointing at what's his face, the children from this village are still alive.
Who are they now?
Well, that is a
Well,
question I wish to ask you.
Tell me now, what else did that wee rat tell you?
Only that you didn't like deserters, so perhaps you'd like him back.
I could be swayed.
The way I see it, you have few options left open to you. You can sit in a keep and starve. You can anger me and my god and burn to death. Or we can parley.
Tear down that pile of wood you've got and I'll come out the front.
Damascus, clear him an entrance.
Just bulldozes it to the side.
And then I'll whisper, be ready for anything, to my team.
Okay. Let me grab them.
Gonna crack my knuckles. Do you mind if you take over for me briefly while I go and change the lighting socket? It shouldn't take longer than half an hour.
Yeah?
Brilliant. If you're still playing, I'll jump back in, but if not, take care of my gal.
I
will
mean,
not-
last time you barely survived, so.
Well, I'm still here, so shut up.
But will you be when you get back?
Fuck you better.
The password Stevie dies.
She shall be taken care of.
You know what? Lazard, hi. I'll be your necromancy bitch. Right, I'll be back.
Okay.
Should we take a quick 5-minute break anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Continue.
So this is what it looked like. This guy in the middle is the leader, and then there's some grunts on either side of him.
Two seconds, I'm just zooming in so it can actually be seen properly. And does he come out?
Yeah, so this is the doorway is behind where you can't see. So I've just put that line of not being able to see there. That's where the door is.
Okay.
This is kind of like a open front porch.
And does he say anything or just stand there?
I'm just waiting for you.
I'm happy where I am.
What do you want?
I wish to know if our children are still alive.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they are.
Then I wish them to be returned to us.
You're gonna have to do something for me.
Well, your life is a gift I can offer.
I want him. And he points to Klerbek.
After the children are released, you may have him.
Klerbek's just kind of like, eh. The leader whispers to this guy to go and get the kids. Minute.
Those are big kids.
I'm sorry. And there's a third one, but they won't fit in the revealed area, so I guess I'll just reveal more. Are you happy?
I would not say happy. Was there only 3 of them? Seems a small number for a village this size.
3 was all that was left.
And by left I mean, I take it you mean you killed the rest.
Either that or they escaped.
Very well, release them to me.
Trade in the middle?
Release them to me.
I give you one, you give me him, and I give you the rest.
Release them to me.
Prove that you are a man of your word.
Well, unlike you, I haven't killed the innocent, and my word is not at question here. Yours, however, as a vagrant and a despoiler of villages, is in question.
Ah, but see, as a vagrant and destroyer of villages, and you not being, makes your word questionable to me.
The fact that you're still breathing means I'm giving you a chance.
And I wish to have my man alive before I hand over the children.
And I'll pull my rapier and hold it at his neck. If I do not get this children, at Klavik's neck or whatever his name was.
Okay.
you don't release the children, I'll simply murder him here and rob you of the pleasure.
He grabs a child and holds it in front of him, with his dagger around its neck. Same to you. And then these two guys train their weapons on the other two kids, who are now crying.
I kick him towards them.
Good. He releases the children. I take it you'll be on your way?
Not quite yet. You see, you are inhabiting a temple of our god. And there are many relics and tomes which belong to us.
I'm afraid I can't let you have them. They are to be destroyed.
Which is precisely why I am seeking to liberate them.
You are out of leverage, friend.
And you will soon be out of food.
No, we will not.
And how long do you think you can survive with your food supplies in the wagon behind me? And no way in or out?
It is not just what was in that wagon. We have more. I will not tell you how long.
You really wish to see which ends first, my patience or your food?
I believe it will be your patience, in which case we fight back and we keep the temple.
And you seriously think you would withstand a siege from 100 men? They are not villagers. They are soldiers.
Roll deception.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 8.
No, I believe that we can ward them off, if you say.
They get the doors to the keeper open right now, are they?
No.
Oh, they've closed them behind them.
Yeah.
I'm good if. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I just had a cough. If I may, Can I go over to the kids
Yeah?
whilst that's all going on?
Yeah?
And I want to ask if any of them is the son or daughter. Are they all boys or girls, or?
2 boys, 1 girl.
I'll ask if any of them is the offspring of the inn couple, if you know what I mean. I phrased that really weird. If any of their parents is the owner of the inn. That's what I'll ask. As I say, Chuck's dropped out there.
And the boy in the middle goes, "Are they okay?"
I presume they're your parents, are they?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not. I'll explain it later. Are you the only? I'm speaking in whispers here.
Mhm.
I'll ask if there are any more children that they saw in there.
The boy whose parents were the innkeepers kind of drops to the floor and cries. The girl kind of shakes her head.
Well, basically saying that there are no other children in there.
Yeah, there's no more.
I hate to be blunt. Oh, my kid, Lizard doesn't care about being blunt. Are there any dead children in there?
They took some downstairs, says the girl. They never came back.
Very well. Thank you. I'll go over to Regnock. Just as I walk past him to go back to my place, because I'm doing that whilst he's talking to them.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? I'll explain that. I'll say to them that there's some children downstairs in there.
I do believe you haven't been quite honest with me in our dealings.
In what way?
I do believe it seems that my god has whispered some knowledge to me that there were more children inside the keep at the start of this who were taken downstairs.
Ah, the injured, the weak. Yes, they are no longer with us.
And I take it that was by your hand or your orders?
If you mean collateral, then yes.
So you are responsible for their deaths?
I was present.
At which point I'm going to throw a dagger at him.
Roll it for me.
Would I have a surprise bonus?
Yeah.
$22.
That's it.
And 7 damage.
Okie doke. And okie doke. It hits him kind of in the side of between his arm and his chest, like in that shoulder area. He looks up at you and goes, "You've done it now," and then unleashes his dudes. Would you all like to roll initiative for me, please? Let me bring up the tracker and click on your token.
10 for Rack. Nine for Pooch.
Cool.
14.
Whoop. And what's Stevie's initiative? And then Damascus.
She only gets +1.
Yeah.
Don't think Damascus gets any.
No, he gets a +1 too.
You know that 18's just gone on Stevie though.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you can just right click a token and add a turn. Do it manually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just that he's too far up on the page, so I have to move him. 18. Did it? One. Other one, descending. There we go.
For combat purposes, do you want me to do Damascus and Gary, you do Stevie? Or were you wanting to do the non-present players, Chuck?
I don't know what spells Stevie has, so.
I can do them. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they get anything? Nope. I'm going to split it into the two groups. So we've got these two on this side and these three, and they'll go on the same two initiatives, so one for each group.
Yep.
And then this guy. Get and this guy is gonna run. Because that's what he do.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Is he running into the temple?
Yep. Yeet. Okie doke, so it be Damascus first. So if I open his character sheet, let's see if there's any interesting things that he can do.
He can
Yeah.
make his armor smoke, and he can hit things with a hammer.
That's all he
His
does.
His armor is already smoking, my dude. He's gonna go with a warhammer two-handed.
Might want to move him as
He's
well.
gonna- Yeah, and he's
Oh god,
gonna
the spirit of Bruce has done it.
this group. And yeah, he hits. He did 5 damage. So this guy. Settings. It is. There we go. Then it's Lizard.
Okay. Is this like blocking line of sight?
Yeah, it's a wall, it's like a porch.
Okay. So I'm gonna move over here so I can actually see something. The spell. Okay. I'm going to cast Ice Knife on this guy.
Okay.
I can't. I need to double check something about.
Okay.
Okay, that's right.
Woo!
Okay, so that hits him.
Yep.
So he takes one 1d piercing damage. 8. So he takes 8 damage.
Mhm.
And then it explodes.
Mhm.
And they both have to make a dex saving throw.
Okie doke. Fuck.
Is that DC based on your spellcasting ability, is it?
It's based on, yeah, so it's a DC 14. Because it's proficiency plus my spellcasting of intelligence. So it's plus 6.
1 succeed and 1 fail.
Okay, so the one who failed
Mhm.
will take 9 points of damage,
Yeet.
and the other will take 4.
There we go.
Oh no, he doesn't take any damage at all. Sorry.
Lit.
He was he within 5 feet of them?
Yep.
So he has to take a dex saving throw as well then. To anyone within 5 feet of him.
What number is it? 12.
14.
Yeah, he fails.
So he takes the 9 points of damage as well then. That is one of my level 1 spell slots. Down to 2.
Woo!
I've still got 3 level 2 spell slots.
Nice.
That's all. That's my turn.
Cool. So it is this group. They're gonna try and hit Damascus.
Good luck.
Try. Yep.
What is his AC?
22.
None of them hit.
So they'll just bounce off him.
Yep. They're like clink, clink, clink. It's the main guy's go now. Main guy gets to do.
He's taking a bit of damage already, isn't he? Because of me and your knife.
He's gonna throw his dagger at you, Rick.
That's fine.
That is that.
I'm fully geared up, so my AC's 20 right now.
Yeah. Ooh, he misses. It just soars over you. Alright, so this guy. What weapons does he have again? Lovely. He's gonna try and get Pooch with the scimitar.
See the first group that went, did they sort of crowd round Damascus, did they?
Yeah, let me do that. Yeah. No, let me be back. Like that.
Knock it up.
So he's going for Pooch, which is Pooch's AC?
Let me just have a look. AC 12.
He misses.
Oh.
Jesus. He rolled a 7 to hit with a +3.
Nice.
Yeah. Your go, Rick.
So I'm gonna pull Rapier. Would I get advantage for flanking because I've got Lazard within 5 feet?
Yes.
Cool. A 21 to hit.
Yep.
Dealing 11 points of damage.
Who's that on
Oh,
again?
wait, sorry. 13 points of damage on the guy right in front of me. I forgot about my 2 for Duelist.
Yeah.
How do you get sneak attack?
Anytime I get advantage to attack, I gain a sneak attack bonus die.
Okay.
Because you were within 5 feet of the target and not engaged by another enemy unit. That gave me advantage because I have Ambusher.
Okay, I get you.
And it's Pooch's go.
Bork, bork, nom, nom.
Bork, bork, nom, nom.
How are the children reacting to this?
Oh yeah, they're screaming, running in this direction.
Yeah, that's fine. He gets a 19 to hit.
That succeeds.
Dealing 5 damage because he rolled 2 ones.
Right.
How? He does 2d6 plus 3 damage.
Yep. He's got the stats straight out of the monster manual.
Okay.
Love that. Stevie is gonna show me weapon. Show me weapon.
Got a cleaving broadsword or greatsword, and knuckle dusters, I think.
Yeah, we're going with the broadsword.
That's a.
Yep.
That's gonna.
That is. Yep. Should I roll damage or just delete the token?
I think is he within 5 feet?
They have to
Yep.
be within 5 feet of the character as well, though.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Mhm. So yeah, he's chopped. Big Damascus is going again with his big bonk. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. That's a miss.
Okay.
Yoink. Lazard.
I'm gonna kind of go here. I can try and show a fireball at the main guy.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna cast acid splash on him. Actually,
Okay.
let me double check. I don't know. I don't think I rolled to hit. Yeah, I don't. So they take a deck saving throw.
Okay.
Him, all 3 of them will. Again, that's 14.
14. We have one success.
So they only take 1d6 damage. Take 3.
Mhm.
So the ones that fail take 3.
Yarp.
That's my go.
Clear. It's these bastards again. This one's gonna run in here. Well, let's see if we can actually hit something. Nope. One's a crit on Damascus.
Huh.
Damn it.
Damascus taking damage.
Yep. Takes 8 damage.
How much HP does Damascus have?
44.
40. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Oh no, wait, I'm thinking of Goliaths, never mind. You can action surge to attack twice in a turn, though.
Mm-hmm.
We can only do that once, is it? Per long rest?
Long, I think, yeah.
Main boss guy. Does he have another dagger to throw? Yes, he does. Yep, nope, that misses. This is going great. Ben, time for wreck.
Well, I guess it's time for Stabby McStab to the guy right in front of me. And that'll be with advantage again. That is a 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
And a 14 damage.
Yeet. Go pooch.
Hooch, seeing that guy go down, is gonna sprint for the guy throwing daggers at me. And he's gonna balk nom nom. He won't have advantage for this one, so that is just a 19 to hit.
Yep.
And 8 damage.
Okie doke. Yay, successful. Big Stevie. Gonna charge in here. I'm gonna go for the main guy. Big chonk. With that cleaving attack again. That's a hit. Wow. This guy's dead.
Good.
And this guy takes a further 2 damage. We love it. And then Big Damascus hopefully coming in with the finishing blow.
He'd have advantage as well, because flanked.
Yep. He gonna bonk. That's a miss, but we can action surge.
No,
He had advantage, so that 22 should have hit.
Never mind. 26. Ooh. Bonk. Ta-da! And the kids are fucking out of the building. Yay!
I take it Mr. Running Away left the door open behind him as well, did he?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Cool, let's go.
Yep.
Okay. You can see... One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Is it pitch black in here?
No, it's just really big.
Okay.
This away. Then this away. A bit more. This away. Ish.
Hey look, we found Mr. Runny Dude.
He's technically in a stairwell right now because I haven't moved him for a while, so I'll put him where he actually is.
Is that a stairwell down or up?
Up.
Okay.
What's this brown thing I see in front of me?
It is a hatch.
I think we should get Damascus to hold the door. Make sure no one else comes in or out. And I think we should go investigate that hatch.
Yo.
What I'll do is I'll prepare an alarm spell around the door as well,
Okay.
so that if anyone that isn't Damascus or us comes, set it off.
Knock it up.
I presume this is a hatch that leads down.
We did.
Not many hatches lead up.
Yeah, you never know. It could be one of those ones into a loft thing.
Sure. But then you could argue the point that it leads down from the loft rather than up to the loft. Technically, it'd be the ladder that leads. Oh no, I'm just being.
Yeah.
So, are you opening it?
Yeah.
Okie doke. It leads down into a room. Would you like to go down?
Yes.
Can we hear anything or come from that room?
No. As you head down, if you scoot yourself down on the map, you go into this basement.
Lovely. And is that a murdered child on the floor?
No, it's one of the other cultists.
We're just lying there.
Deceased.
Okay. And that is a symbol of just a giant symbol of the cult itself, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the 8-pointed star that was on other things.
Do I detect any kind of residual magic or anything?
You would notice that you can't feel anything magical even within yourself.
As in, I myself can't cast magic anymore.
Yes.
Huh. Well, let's hope we don't get into a fight here, because I'd be useless.
Is there anything else we notice, or just lack of magic and corpse?
You would assume because it seems that there's no dust kind of in this place. It seems to have, been lifted anyway. You can tell that people were in here a lot over the last 3 weeks at least.
Is there any sign of any children?
Not in here, no.
As in, I'm also talking like blood and stuff.
No, there's no blood. It seems that the corpse in the middle, they were long dead and no longer bleeding when they were moved here.
Back upstairs then.
Would it be worth moving that body?
Give it a go if you want.
Just I want to check to see if it's the body's being there that is fueling this anti-magic field.
You got a stick big enough to move him from outside the circle? Because that looks kind of sketchy to me.
No, my quarterstaff isn't big enough for that.
Let me have a look, see if I have anything useful.
You might have rope and stuff.
Yeah, I've got like 50 feet of rope. Could tie it to a dagger. Throw a dagger so it latches into him. Drag him out.
Would it go deep enough that you could drag him out?
Depends on how successful the hit. The room isn't 50 feet long, so if you wanted to grab, like, one of you hold one end, one of you hold the other end, and then kind of sweep it along the floor, you could kind of shiggle him out of the way.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, fair one. Oh yeah, when we went past that guy's corpse, I recovered my knife, by the way.
Okay.
Back up to 2 daggers.
Did you recover his daggers?
Nah.
So do you want to shiggle the guy out the way?
Yep.
Yeah. You suddenly feel the power of magic re-enter the world.
Okay, so my theory was correct then.
Yes.
Fair enough. I'll inspect the body as well.
Roll me Investigation?
And while
Or
he's having a rummage through the body, I'm going to try something out. I'm going to take my hammer and crowbar. You see the stones it's painted on, forming the circles? I'm going to hammer and crowbar to break the circle.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it'll do anything, but it seems like a good idea.
That's a nut 20.
Right. You would see that the body is completely drained of blood. You would notice that maybe there's a couple little trickles left, but something tells you that the red of the star might have something to do with why there's no red inside the man.
Okay. So either this magic absorbs his blood, or that the octagram is his blood.
Yes, the octagram seems to be warding, whereas it kind of negates all magic within a certain radius, but only if it can feed on sacrifice.
Okay. And he's been dead for a while.
Yes.
Is he? He's definitely one of the cultists, though, isn't he? Not a villager.
He's in the uniform, he's got the branding all over him. It looks quite old as well. So in his skin he's got the 8-pointed star that looks like it's healed a long while ago.
Okay. And there's nothing else in this room.
Nothing else, no. That would have been where the final battle was, but
Sorry.
yeah.
Good thing, because I would have been useless in that fight.
I did have a way around it for you.
What were you doing, Ragnar?
I was just going to break up some of the stones so it wasn't a complete circle anymore.
Yeah. You can kind of see that while it was kind of almost glowing before, it's no longer glowing. You seem to have broken the magical seal.
That'll do for me.
Next.
There's nothing else in this room, so we should leave it.
Alright, back upstairs.
Alright.
Is that the only kind of basement area that we can see?
It's the only passage down, yeah.
Well, we know what happened to the kids now, so...
But do we?
Well, the kids said they were taken downstairs.
Yeah, but you can't just... The bodies shouldn't just disappear.
I'm sure we'll find them. Boop. Boop.
Do you
Have
want
a
to
look.
look in the rooms?
Yeah.
Which one? Up or down?
Go up first. I've got sword and shield out, by the way.
Oop. You are confronted by 4 swarms of rats.
Cool, door closes.
Fair enough. And then,
The bottom.
whose horse is that?
It's my horse now.
And that there was some hay for you as well.
Was there any doors in this corridor, by the way?
Yes, there's 2 about literally where you were pinging.
Cool. Let's bring there. I'm just sort of clearing
Mm-hmm.
the rear sort of thing.
Yep.
I'll go in the left one first.
There was a horse here.
Knock it up. And the right one.
Lots of boxes.
We'll come back to that.
Roll through them.
This. Are you rolling through it?
Sure. No, I'm not gonna dodge roll through.
Okay.
Once we've secured the area, we'll come back to it.
Okay.
And then I'll come down here and go up first.
2 swarms of bats.
Close the door.
Bottom one?
Yep.
Whose horse is that?
It's my horse. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Give it a lick. Tastes just like raisins.
Of a stroke of its mane, it turns into a plane, and it goes back again when you've gone its wiki.
Oh, that's dirty.
Do you think so?
Let's move
on. Okay.
Go left first.
Bugs and boxes.
Bugger it, rush 'em.
Okay. Let me just bring up the insects again.
It's just you and Pooch, is it?
I mean, I imagine you'd be nearby.
Yeah.
I'm not just doing a one-man tower clearance. Not like one man and his dog. CQB, you know.
Is this the page? No, it's not. I'll just look up swarm. Swarm. There we go. No, never mind. What about that one? Yeah, there we go. Roll initiative?
Do you want to bring up the tracker?
Yeah, that's just what I'm doing. There we go. And then I will. Okay, good.
I rolled a 14 again.
I mean, it's not
Got a
bad.
Yep. That's Stevie's.
She's back.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Just in time to squish some bugs.
Yeah.
So me and Pooch both have 21, by the way. For initiative.
Okay.
Let me have a wee roly-poly.
Wasn't that a TV show? Roly Poly
Yeah.
Oly.
What?
Kid
Are you
show.
t-
I know there was a character in the Thimbles, I want to say, called Roly Moly.
Okay,
No, Ben is right. There's a program called Roly Poly Ollie or Oli.
Oh yeah, that's a weird show. Don't recommend it.
It was 1998, so it's a bit after my time. So yeah.
it's a bit before my time. I didn't exist yet.
Baby.
I mean, I might have been conceived if it was within the last 4 months.
Anyway, combat with bugs.
It's Peach's turn.
Oop, and it's going to go for the south one.
Yep.
Bok bok nom nom.
I like how you said, "Oh, I rolled a 14 again. That's not," and then you said that's not bad, and then going third last.
To be
Yeah.
fair, pretty much everyone else almost crit, didn't they?
Rolls a 13 to hit.
Let me double check. That is a hit.
Dealing 12 piercing damage.
You'll be happy, Stevie. We saved some children.
Apparently not that happy then.
I am happy, but my fuse just tripped.
Maybe
Oh,
you
no.
should stop playing with the wiring.
Well, you know, I rewired it how it was supposed to, and now it's being a dick.
Did the other light start working?
Yes, the other lights were working. We were happy and we were good. It was working for like 5 minutes, and then
I mean,
okay.
If you're blowing fuses, it's probably not wired right, because you've probably got a short somewhere.
Yes, I have a short somewhere. Fuck. Right. I hate my life. I'm gonna have to call an electrician.
Probably.
Ugh!
Are you renting still?
I mean, it's my dad, so...
So what you mean is your
It's just
dad's going to
not
have to
his
call an
pocket then.
electrician.
Yes.
Probably. Or I'll call and be like, hey, I called an electrician. I hope that's cool.
I called an electrician because I almost burnt down the house with faulty electrics. Are you good paying for it?
Heh.
Yes.
Just use lamps, bitch. Yeah. We're just using lamps, it's fine. Continue, carry on.
Who
Right.
and or what is Lance?
Lamps.
Lamps.
Oh,
Lampshade.
lamps. I thought we're using Lance. What the fuck does that mean? That's creepy as shit. You have like a human candle. Hi, I'm Lance. I really light up the
It's
room.
like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yep. It's like Jenna Marbles covering her hand in paraffin wax and then lighting it.
Oh well, the less said about Jenna Marbles, the better.
I like her.
Good for you.
Okay, it's your go.
I take it I've surprised the bugs.
Yes, and you also have advantage because Pooch is there.
I wouldn't have advantage from Pooch because there's other enemies. But I
Did
get
Pooch
advantage
get-
from surprising them.
Oh, okay.
No, only a 12.
It's a hit.
And that is 14 damage.
To the one in front of you.
Yeah, just the closest one.
Hello, my friends. Oh, good grief.
Okie dokie.
I take it when you reset your fuse, it just trips again, does it?
Yeah, literally, it just blows straight fucking out.
Yeah. What you could do is turn all the lights off, turn them on one by one, see which one trips it. Just like turn one on, turn it off. Once it doesn't trip, go to the next one, turn on, turn off. And then you can sort of isolate which one's got the potential short in it.
It's almost certainly the one that I just did.
I mean, I wasn't going to say that because that sounds harsh.
Oh, no, for sure.
Is Stevie's go?
Right. So we're squishing bugs, yeah?
Yeah.
Hmm. I am going to... How big are these bugs?
They're like swarms of bugs.
Jesus. Right. I'm gonna thunder wave then, if I can.
Oh, okay. Let's put you down here.
Submit.
Oh. And I have to do a save.
Constitution save, yeah.
Okay. Yoy.
So how do I do that?
That's me. 1D. Nope.
I think
Yep.
Pooch might need to do it as well.
Yeah.
Yes, he would. I mean, where she centered it?
It has to be touching her.
Yeah.
It's from self, actually.
So that would be all three of us have to take it.
No, it's you put a corner on them. So
No,
corner
it's
touches.
from self.
Not according to the book that shows how to use tokens.
Well, according to the Roll20 thing, it says from self.
Yes, from
Yeah.
self, not centered on self.
So it's not from the no, it's not from
So-
her.
Stevie's not
But
the
it-
center of the 15-foot cube.
But it is, because it's range, self, 15-foot cube.
Yes, I'm
target,
aware what you're saying. Right, and I understand where you're coming from. What I'm saying is, it just has to touch her. So,
It says in the description, each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you.
yes, originating from, not centered on. So you know the book Gary got me for my birthday?
Mm-hmm.
That's got a section in it about area of effects to clarify all this.
Mm-hmm.
And the cube shows the 15-foot. It has a section on using it with grids. And basically it shows them on the corner.
So what 15-foot are we going for then?
Basically it's a 3x3 square you can put down as long as it's touching you in some way.
Have I fucked us all up by using Thunderwave?
No.
No.
Wizards of the
Okay.
Coast fucked up when they didn't put in how you actually place the template.
So Pooch and Wreck do one as well?
No, so you could put it so it gets those three. You
Or
could
you
or you could center it so you get all of them, but you both Rex and Pooch would have to take it. Pooch is going to have to take it full stop.
So basically,
So
do you want to hit all 3 bugs or just 2?
Is that a question for me?
Yes.
But all three would hit Rex as well.
Yeah, fuck it, all three. I'm gonna blast you all.
Pooch succeeds. And Regnac succeeds as well.
2 bugs failed, 1 bug succeeded.
Does it half damage on a success and full damage on a fail, is it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes.
So me and Pooch both take 5.
This guy takes 10 damage. This guy takes 5 damage.
Did you cast it at level 1?
Yes.
Okay.
This guy takes 10 damage.
Screw you, bug.
Yeet.
Nasty ass piece of bitch.
Apparently this is what I get for being mean to murderers.
Yeah.
Middle bug is gonna bite Pooch.
Go for it. He would have advantage because of flanking.
Oh yeah, because it's an unengaged one.
Yeah, it's unengaged.
Fail.
Okay.
And then Lazardska.
I'm just going.
Did it crit fail with both attacks?
It crit failed the first one and then rolled a 2, so it got a maximum
Okay.
of 5.
Fair enough.
So I'm just gonna burn that one.
Okay.
Wasting spells. Never already used some.
That's a hit.
Don't know why it did 8 plus 9 there.
That was because it's auto rolling. One of them was a crit, so it rolled the extra dice. Just
Oh,
discard
okay.
the right hand dice.
Okay, so it's 8 points of damage. Burned.
Whichever one it would have killed it, it only had 1 HP left anyway.
Okay.
And it's Spidery Bastard's turn. He's gonna go for a pooch with another bite. What's his AC?
12.
That's a hit. And then 13 damage.
Ow. That's quite a lot.
It's piercing. I don't know whether he has any resistances.
Nah.
For Pooch.
Yeah,
It's his
finally.
go now.
If he went for this one, he'd get advantage.
Mhm.
However, one just fucking bit his face, so he's gonna bok nom nom against the one that attacked him. A 16.
That's a hit.
And he does 5 piercing damage because he rolled double ones again.
Yay. Here we go. Wreck.
I am going to attack with my rapier. I won't get my sneak attack because I don't get advantage. Although I do crit.
Yep. So that's a max dice and another one.
And the dice I rolled was max as well. So that's 11 plus 8, which is 19, plus my 2 for dueling, which is 21 damage.
Smart.
Almost like I'm a DPS character.
Stevie.
Oh, actually, before I end my turn, I'm gonna move up as well.
Okay.
So I'm still chilling out in the corridor, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna move into the room. Right here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go in.
Why are you doing an Australian accent?
I don't know, I'm eating pie. I guess it made me feel a bit weird. Right, I'm gonna go in. And I'm gonna go in with my brass knuckles because punching insects, baby.
Yeah, pugilism. Oh.
That is a miss, I'm afraid.
It's alright. I slap them. I'm slapping around, just trying to keep them out of my face.
Was that?
Burn?
Yeah.
Is that the name of the attack? Burn? Question mark.
Yeah. 9.
I'd call that advantage, seeing as you have it surrounded.
Okay, fair enough.
So, roll damage.
2. Might as well.
It is okay, for it only had 2 health left.
Yes. How injured is the dog?
About half health.
First aid?
I don't really want to use a spell slot.
No, because you've got a first aid kit, remember?
You got 3 medkits.
Yeah, true, I'll use a medkit. What do they do?
They're not a standard health potion, but a good health potion. Let me Google it. D&D. Oh, fuck off. No, fuck off. D&D health potion. Um, 3d4 plus 2.
Oh, okay. Six.
Great.
And while that's happening, I'm also going to heal him 10 hit points.
With your touch thing.
Yep.
Is that a spell slot?
Okay,
It's a can?
it's not even a cantrip, it's just a class thing. So I get 5 HP worth of healing for every paladin level I have, and I can just touch it and spend it every day.
Fair enough. Shall we go check the other side then? Or you want to open these boxes?
We'll open them up once we've figured out this place is clear.
Okay.
But
What horse is that?
Yeah, another horse for my collection.
excuse you, I want one too. Wait, are these dead horses?
No.
But Stevie wants a pony. Hello.
Well, I was going to use them to pull the carts, but
Stevie wants a friend.
thought we were Stevie's friends.
You're her acquaintances.
I'll remember that next time I consider buying you a nice jacket.
Haha, I joke. Hee hee.
I'm going to go see
So
what's down the south corridor before this gets into an argument.
Mummy
That's
and
okay.
Daddy are fighting. Shit, that's speaking of Mummy and Daddy, that's my dad calling. I'll be right back, boys. Sorry.
Okey-doke.
So it's just the two towers, is it?
Stairs up, both sides.
Yeah.
There's a movie in that somewhere.
Yeah. There's a book in there. There's a terrorist attack in it. Oh!
No, it's an inside job. Should we go up this flight of stairs then?
Yep.
Cool. Up the right hand stairs we go. I'll advance cautiously, sword on board.
Okay.
All you hear is slight chinks of armor.
The background of this is just the outline of what's downstairs. Like, it's not actually a room.
What do you mean?
So it's just it's basically the map that we're in, but there's no inside bit.
Yeah, so, like, these bits of the circle.
Okey-doke. So it's just like one big room up top.
Yeah, it's just that there's this.
Look,
This
there's
other
just there's nothing there. It's just more stairs going up.
thing. And then there's what you can see. Scroll to the left. Right.
Okay, I get you.
Ah, right. Yeah, I'm with you.
So dude is over there, is he?
That's your friend, dude.
Hey, slave boy.
Well, you said you weren't gonna call me slave.
No, the others said they weren't going to call you slave. Hey, Lazard, I believe you were looking for magical shit.
Yes, no, I'm gonna. I also don't think we've encountered all 10 people that came into this village. So
Not yet. But for now, the door is secure and...
These are bookshelves, by the way.
okay, I go straight over to the bookshelves.
Seems to be that these used to be books on Torm, like history books and things like that, some magic books, rituals and things, but they've all been ripped to shreds, and you can see that they're in this kind of area here. There's a pile of ash on the floor.
That's just now. Killing children is one thing, but burning books, insidious.
Mm.
How fresh is that ash?
A good wee while old.
Okay, it wasn't him that he didn't just burn them just now, did he? Then
No, they've been ploughing through them.
I'll go over to this. Is that just like a desk?
There's things on top of the desk. There's some more ash and things like that from other bits of books, and it just kind of floated everywhere. But what you do see is a gold pendant,
Okay.
which is the symbol of Torm in like a circle.
Okay. Is it magical?
Yes.
Actually, I'm going to come over and have a look at the symbol of Torm, and I'm going to open up my divine sense and see if I can detect any good or evil.
Do you need to roll anything for that?
Nope.
No, I think it's might detect magic. Is it?
As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces as strong evil or powerful good. And I also know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of me that's not behind total cover. I also know the type of it, celestial, fiend, or undead, but not its identity. Within the same radius, I also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hollow spell, and I can use it up to 3 times a day.
It's good.
Ugh. Anything else within 60 feet of me that sort of stands out as one way or the other?
You can see residual kind of good on the bookshelves. A few just kind of neutral and in the middle.
What about our
You
little
can
friend
sense
here?
evil. Very much so.
Interesting. And I take it I'm sort of stood next to Lazard, right?
Yeah.
And I'll sort of whisper, you know that guy's pretty evil. You fancy an apprentice?
No, I don't think. I think he's far too stupid to make a good apprentice.
Or we just dispose of him and say we never found him then?
No, I'm presuming Stevie came up with this. To be fair,
I don't know.
Probably.
so I'll take. I'll just pick up that pendant then.
Mm-hmm.
And put it in the bag. Is there anything else in like the drawers or anything?
Doesn't seem to be. It seems like they've pretty much gone through absolutely everything.
Why didn't they take the pendant?
Campfires don't burn hot enough to melt gold.
Yeah, but I thought they might want to like chuck it away or something.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll turn to our friend. So you never partook in any of this looting or anything, did you?
Didn't know it was happening. Just, went and got a coat when I was running.
You just stole off a dead man, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think he's lying.
Do you know what that coat does?
No? Like, I just thought it was warm.
You recognise the symbol on it, of course, though.
What is it?
No, I'm asking you. You came here under the guise of rooting out a god, or at least the god's disciples. So, I presumably they told you about this god.
They just told us they were getting rid of evil. They didn't tell us that it was like someone worshipping a god.
And how do you know what... You must know the symbol of this god.
I mean, I just thought it was the symbol of the town, like, you know?
So what you're saying is that your superiors didn't bother to give you any ounce of information about what it was that you were doing.
They told us as new recruits we had to learn as we went, and then they would learn to give us the information when we had proven ourselves.
And how would one prove yourself
I
without any
don't
kind of
know.
information? You
They,
must
they,
know what the symbols of Tom are.
no, they just kind of said, come back from this and you get a higher rank, you know?
And did they also tell you that if you are not one of the followers of Torm and you wear that cloak, that you do get a slightly embarrassing rash?
Oh, and he throws it on the ground.
I told you he was too stupid, Brendan.
True. And I pick it up and throw it in my bag.
So, what are we doing?
We're going to investigate the other side, and I'm curious as to where the rest of your entourage is. Because the people that we killed don't add up to what you say. I'll turn to Reinhardt. Shall we check the other tower then?
Indeed. Keep a close eye on our friend here, though.
No. Pooch can do that, too.
True. And then to the other tower.
Not fucking stay in the court for the life of me.
You what?
Keeps cutting out. Like I got halfway through Gary's sentence and I heard you talking downstairs and nothing was coming through. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, we're having a look in the other tower.
Yeah.
Okay. Reveal. Bidding. From what you can see in here, there were shackles on the walls, and that's where the children were bound.
Okay.
The door at the bottom was very sturdy and very much lockable and difficult to get out of. The walls around it, you can see there are 3 arrow slits. There's one there, one there, and one there. So this may have been a defense tower or a lookout when it was, Torm's.
Okay. So it's just literally a tower.
Yes.
There's no rooms or anything.
No.
And what about access to the interior of this floor?
There isn't. That's the roof of the downstairs.
Look it up.
Oh,
Guess that's the area explored then.
Yeah.
Guess it's time to go downstairs and have a look at them boxes.
Fair enough. Let's go. Which room first?
The one in the bottom left.
Okay.
Cracking them open.
Yeah.
You find, when you open them all, probably one person's year's worth of food. Just dry rations.
Well,
I'm pretty.
looks like we're not going hungry for a while.
So they all just contain food then.
So you've got loads of different things. So you've got completely dried out meat like jerky and things that won't go off. You've got dehydrated fruits and things. Like there's everything. There's seeds, there's rice, there's loads.
Fair enough.
And what about the other
Like-
crates?
Which one do you want to open first?
I'll just start at the bottom and work around anti-clockwise, I guess.
This one at the bottom has a child's body in it, curled up.
Alive or dead body?
Dead.
Close the lid. Next.
This one? Two children's bodies.
Close the lid. Next.
Various parts of human. They seem to be where most of the bloodied clothes and things were dumped.
And the next one.
One on top, spare shackles. One underneath, two children's bodies.
I'll take the shackles.
Okie doke.
And what about the three grouped up in the corner?
Spare uniforms for the possible new cult members.
Fuck.
or clean ones for ones who already exist. This one seems to be like spare holsters and things for weapons, especially swords.
Also
And-
take.
Okay. And this one seems to be a kit for branding skin, like a cattle prod almost, in an 8-pointed star shape. So when they needed to initiate people on the spot, they would just burn it into them.
I shall open up my senses and see if it has any residual good or evil on it.
Complete evil.
Mine.
I'll turn to the Ark of Patriot again, whose name I always forget. Presumably you've been branded then.
Yes. He shows you is like just underneath his clavicle area. It looks about 2 months old, maybe at most.
Okay.
Oh, the little baby cultist.
Could you care to explain why there's some dead children in here?
Well, I guess they didn't know where else to put them. He
The-
looks actually quite sad.
What, you're saying he looks sad because they're dead children?
Yep.
Hypocrite.
Suppose we'll. Yeah, bugger it. We'll send Damascus and the horses to go get the rest of the wagons, pull them into town, load
Okay.
up all the food, And while he's doing that, I'm gonna go dig a grave big enough for a lot of people.
You're going to bury everyone in this village.
Yep. I mean, you can help
Okay.
me dig, or not. I don't mind.
Hmm.
I'm gonna start digging it, sort of in the farmyard area.
Okay.
I'm aware it will take a long time.
Yeah, well. Could you bring up a map of the village again, please?
Yeah, I'm just moving the horses over
Sure.
because you're keeping them.
Yes.
Yes. Wonder which one Stevie wants. And then later.
Oh, those are big horses.
I just copy and pasted. Sorry.
So I'll be digging it into. I'll just mark it on the thing. Sort of this side of the embankment here.
It's not coming up for me. Oh, yeah, the kind of yellowy thing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once Damascus comes and loads up the wagons and all that, I'll get him to get one of the spare wagons. Because we'll load food with food and supplies. And then we'll use the third one to transport the corpses from the inn and the keep down to the grave.
I'm going to keep looking around the village.
I'm gonna make Slave Boy help me.
Fair.
So let's say this takes you a whole day to dig the hole.
Oh, it'll definitely be the rest of the day and into the night.
Yeah. I was thinking a solid 12 hours. 2 people digging a hole enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, about 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not including the cultists, though.
Oh no, anyone with a brand is just getting put into a pile, separate, along with a bunch of wood and brush.
That's Firebolt.
Oh, that's the plan. But I'm gonna sort out the villagers first.
So it's the next day. The hole is very big.
I'm still doing stuff. I'm not doing that.
You looking around the village?
Yeah, I'm having to look around the side that we didn't. I was specifically looking for like remnants of a shop or anything like that.
This one here,
Yep.
that used to be a shop.
It's been burned, presumably.
Yes. There does seem to be what's outside, though, in the front of it. So this is a well.
Okay.
This is also a gathering spot. So around the well there was like almost like a pop-up market kind of thing.
Okay.
So there's a few tables there with bits of dried food and things like that and other weird oddities. Lots of pins with Torm's logo on it.
Tourist stuff.
Yes.
There are no maps or anything though.
No.
The surrounding area.
No.
This group of houses are intact, aren't they?
Yes. Those 3.
Yeah. Is there anything in there?
Let me see. One of them is actually a barn.
Okay.
Because it's close to the fields, that's actually the barn for all of the grain and stuff like that. So if you want some more grain, you can have some more grain. In this building, it seems like there was a bunch of furniture dumped, so like nice chairs and things like that. You would assume that maybe someone in the village was a very good crafter,
Okay.
and this is just where they dumped all of their shit.
Okay.
So if you want a particularly nice table, this is where you find a particularly nice table.
Is there a nice desk there?
There is.
Okay. I'll make a note of that to go in the wagon for when we go back.
Okay. And in the third one, it seems that there is very strange things. They don't necessarily look to be traditionally wizard magical because you learn things from like books and things like that in particular.
Yeah.
But they seem to maybe be magical training for someone else in the magic field.
Okay, so for like a different style of magic.
Yeah, they seem to be channeling artifacts.
Okay, I'll take them.
Okay, so you basically get a wand with a crystal on the end of it,
Okay.
a magnifying glass, and a soul stone with the T for Torm in it.
Okay, and these are what I think to be used to channel and enhance someone's magical abilities.
Yeah, if they have like innate magic that isn't
Yeah.
learned. Yeah.
Okay, so like a druid, perhaps.
Yes.
Okay, now I'll take them.
Okay.
And go back towards the massive horses.
Okay. Giant building-sized horses.
Yeah.
The red and white splotchy one, he's a good 24 hands tall. This guy's a good. Let's go with 20, and then the grey one, he's little. He's only 17 hands.
Unless Ragnar, can you actually ride a horse?
Nope.
I'm sure Stevie as a performer can
Yeah. Imagine so.
entertain.
I think it's kind of assumed that you can all kind of ride a horse.
It's true. To
I
be
just
fair.
don't ride horses because I'm a bird man and it just feels weird.
Magic Damascus doesn't either.
No, it'd take a big horse for that.
Yeah, I
True.
don't think our Clydesdale is very up for that.
So I'll explain to Ragnar that I found a place that had some nice furniture.
And you would like a desk, please, father. Please buy me the desk.
I don't need to buy it. I'm just saying how much it might be worth him taking some of it back with us.
I mean, if we have room on the wagons.
Yeah.
Did
that's
you
what I
find anything useful on your travels?
Not really. I've just got some magic items that I can't use.
Don't suppose there was any kind of feed for the horses.
There was grain and stuff.
You'd
Oh.
find the horse feed in this shed.
Okay.
There was some in the building anyway.
Yeah, that's why I put the horses there, because that's where the feed is.
Okay.
There was some hay in that in the cathedral anyway. It wasn't much of a cathedral, to be fair. There wasn't really a place for a group of people to worship.
Yeah, it was kind of a keep.
Downstairs, the kind of 8 rooms in the middle, they were individual prayer rooms.
Oh, okay.
They're not like you kind of go into one room all together and do the worshipping. It's you all commune individually because he respects you individually instead of as a group.
Okay, I get you.
Because it's about the individual warrior that he represents. It's not about the war itself. It's about the strength of a person and all that wiggly woobly shit.
So you're saying it's the next day, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Just got another question for our friend.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from?
So, there's a few villages around here. Down the bottom of the mountain, though. This is the one that's actually furthest away. But down the mountain, there's loads of little towns. I'm from down by the river.
And how did you encounter this cult?
Well, they kind of came in and said that they were looking for help, and was kind of running away from my parents because they wouldn't let me want to, marry this girl because they didn't like her and she didn't come from anywhere, nice. So I went with them.
You went with them without knowing anything about them.
Yeah.
You are an idiot, aren't you?
Mm.
Would you survive if we let you go?
I
No.
think it's best we go to one of those villages anyway. And I think they need to learn what's happened here.
You have turned into a little bit of a robot, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
It's gone now.
Is that happened a couple of times?
Not that I can remember.
Fair.
Not that I've noticed. It just seems to have been that time.
Okay.
Just seeing as you
Like-
wanted us to let you know.
Thanks.
Sometimes it's cut out, but I think that's just been when my mic or my speaker or my connections decided to go and then say that I'm in the call when I'm not in the call.
No. What do you think, Ragnar? I think it would be best to go to one of the local villages. Do you know the closest village?
Oh yeah, I can take you there if you want.
Perhaps we should try and round up those children as well.
Oh, good point.
They probably wouldn't survive on their own.
Okay, no, we'll do that first then. Actually, we should probably take them to the village.
Yeah.
So you've got 3 kids, 3 horses, one person's year supply worth of food at a minimum, which was only half a wagon full. Some more food, some more grain, lots of hay, a desk made out of wood, some magic items. Yeah. And whatever you pulled from the room, Ben. Holsters and shackles.
Yeah.
Right.
Did we find the children?
Yeah, I'll just say that they were hiding in one of the houses.
Okay.
When I'm finished digging the grave and populating it with the villagers, I'm going to take the breastplate of Torm
Mhm.
and I'm going to hammer that into the ground as grave marker
That's a good idea. That's nice.
and then burn the fucking cultists.
Yes.
Not even
That
with
is
magic
awesome.
fire. Tinder.
Yes.
They don't deserve magic fire.
I think they do. Because it'll be more of an insult to them, because they're the ones who keep fighting against magic.
That's a fair point.
Firebolt does annihilation damage.
How does our friend react to all this?
He's been relatively quiet over the last wee while. He seems solemn, and he was actually not resistant and quite willing to dig the graves. Well, the giant grave.
Anytime he
Okay.
showed any resistance whatsoever, Pooch would be growling at him.
Yes. And you stole his cloak, didn't you?
In my bag.
Shall we head off then?
I
No.
do believe we shall.
To the nearest village.
Yes. Do you all want to send me messages of what you're taking with you? Because we can close it up there. Because
Sure.
I'm too hungry and need a wee. And I'll put that in a carriage inventory that I'll
Yeah.
put in just a journal so that you can all see it. And then you can all I'll add what you send in a list anyway, but if you remember anything else, you can go and add that as well.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and end it there.
Sure, that makes sense.